ladies and gentlemen. Welcome another episode of All Pro JAFFOs, bringing you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP.
Hey, yo.
Thank God, no technical difficulties to start off the show. I love it. Joining me as always, the greatest DJ in the entire fucking planet, Mr. DJ Mad Six. And joining us, you guys probably already know, the 610 Beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K. Maybe a little bit of the...
Here we go. Money talk.
So we'll see. And for those of you guys who don't know who that is, that's my brother Caleb, CJ. Who will be joining us a little bit for the show. He's barely waking up, even though it's 11 o'clock out there in Texas. But he got a little bit of Formula One going on, starting on the season this year, 2024 season. So it'll be interesting to kind of get his little takes on that. But we're keeping it open today. If you're there in the chat and everything watching, anything that you've seen in sports that you'd want to talk about, or that you've seen that we could maybe be able to talk about, or get some insight in, by all means, blow it up. Let us know what's going on. But without further ado, let's start the show. First things first, Cam Newton. Holy fuck.
That shit was wild. Like, hey, they talking about his hat never moved up. Everybody need a Cam Newton hat now. They said during the whole thing that hat never moved off his head.
I'm like, he had it like fitted on, like that's a custom fit to his head only.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the dreads and the braids and everything were help keeping it in place as well, because I was like, holy shit, that was the here he is. Yeah, he's in there, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck you guys.
His proper. Mizzle. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Appreciate it. Caleb, did you happen to see Cam Newton getting jumped?
Cam Newton getting jumped?
Well, attempted to get jumped.
That's a big ass dude. Who's stupid? Yeah. Who's that stupid, bro?
Yeah, I'm like that fool play football. Like
acting like he not 6'6", 240 pounds. Like,
yeah,
the fuck. It looked like a bunch of fucking It looked like a bunch of 12-year-olds trying to fight a grown ass man, huh?
And he just slinging one of them around left to right, slinging that fool on the ground while one of them holding on to him.
You know how in the WWE when the divas used to grab each other and swing them by the hair?
I was gonna say, I was gonna say it was like a fucking. I don't know if y'all watch Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super or nothing, but when Jiren started punching the shit out of everybody, and motherfuckers just started holding on to fists.
When they attacked Cam, it almost looked like there was a split second where he almost made eye contact with the camera, almost if he knew to tell everybody watching that these guys done fucked up, and you heard the ding, 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 ding.
Going on. Good job.
But then
come on, baby.
A video surfaced of, I guess, the guy who was in that altercation. He was talking shit early on in the beginning, but then these motherfuckers went on a podcast. I think it was yesterday, because I just saw it this morning, saying that the cameras didn't catch what Cam was doing and what Cam was saying. So they were saying that Cam Newton was talking a bunch of shit. Mad shit, to the point where it pissed these guys off. And then the reason why the guy with the dreads even ran in is because he said he looked up and he saw his brother being held like that. He's like, yeah, man, see somebody 6'6" grabbing. I mean, they were even acknowledging
he's big as shit
of Cam Newton and everything.
Yeah.
So they were saying like, oh, the content. They made it look like they just randomly jumped it. Like there was nothing really like just a random. But they were trying to add to the story, saying, "Well, there was a reason why we did what we did because people were talking. They were talking back and forth. People were talking crazy, and I'm sure you guys have seen it before. You've seen these camps that Cam Newton has run. These kids are disrespectful as fuck to him. Like they talk hella shit and are hella disrespectful to Cam Newton. It is wild how disrespectful some of these kids can be. Like it's so, and this guy's like, yeah, that's just Cam Newton being Cam. He's been that way for 5 years. This whole 5 year that he.
What is going on?
He got so angry right now.
Because it never failed. Every single week, somebody called right in the middle of a show.
Oh,
it never failed.
You gotta post that shit. You gotta start posting office hours, homie. Like,
People should know that they know Tuesday mornings and Friday nights is off limits. Hey, I've even said plenty of times on this fucking shit. You call me during the show, you're getting blocked. You're getting blocked. The only reason why I have a block to your ass is because you're my brother and you're on this show, most of the time. That's the only. And Misty, because I can't block the wife. Like that's just stupid. But for everybody else,
do it.
Yeah, see the trouble I'm gonna get on that. God damn, that would be like me being on the couch would be a permanent thing. Shit.
I was gonna say you would start sounding like Cam Newton. You mean there's not, I'm not better than 32 other guys out there? We sounded like Cam.
I'm wondering. That just brought up a thing. Is Cam Newton better than quarterbacks that are in the league right now? And if so, then why doesn't he have a job?
It's because he's not. Just straight like that. And one of his homies that he had on podcast said it perfectly.
What do you know?
Fucking some about like let that shit go. Like that shit is never coming back. Like he straight up told him, he was like, bro, just let it go. Like you're not.
Well, I mean, I thought about it this way. The last 2 years of Cam Newton's career were not necessarily memorable.
I wouldn't
And
even
if
say
they were memorable, it was in a negative way.
it was memorable as in like, damn, that
The fall off.
sucks.
Like
I don't even know how it happened.
I when he went to New England, I think that's when it all kind of went to shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Even before that, I think Super Bowl Cam after the Super Bowl he got labeled as a bitch and then nobody wanted him anymore.
I mean, people still bring that up about the fact that he let a fumble go, and
That's
they
what I'm
asked
saying.
him why you didn't jump on it, and the words that came out of his fucking mouth were, "I made a business decision in the fucking Super Bowl,
Like
in Super Bowl 50." Like you, man, I'm gonna be
and then
honest with you, how good you are. You make a
the issue I have
like
with that. The issue I have with that, right, is okay, fine, you made a business decision. Some motherfuckers do that. Like, okay, cool. But don't try and turn yourself into a fucking martyr. Like, don't fucking do that shit. Because you just sound fucking stupid. Like, if you really gonna try and turn yourself into a martyr, like I get it. At this point, it's probably him just doing hot takes or whatever for more views on YouTube and all that shit. And he's gonna talk his shit and all that. But like, how dare you try and turn yourself into a martyr when you weren't even trying to fucking hang it up for the boys? Like, fuck that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you're not really lying. Like, look, And it kind of leads me into another conversation, but I want to stick with this because with Cam, and I know Kay has come on here and has when he criticized like the 49ers when we should have gotten, had Cam Newton on the roster, we went with, Josh Johnson instead. We should have gone with Cam Newton. I understand, like, talent-wise, if you're comparing Josh Johnson to Cam Newton, probably right.
Yeah.
But even given that, given what I saw the last 2-3 years of his career, I don't think he would have done any better.
He wouldn't have.
And you gotta and people
Yeah.
need to understand this. People need to understand this like big time. You cannot. I don't care what anybody says. When you are in the NFL, it's not just plug in, we just open up the playbook. Like, no, you need to actually understand everything that's going on in the play. I do not think with Cam Newton. I'm not saying Cam Newton's not smart, but even when Cam Newton first came into the league and stuff, they had to simplify the playbook for him a little bit. That's fucking fact.
That's okay. But like, here's the thing: like, he went to the worst possible situation of a team after Carolina. He went to the worst fucking place for his play style, for his quarterbacking ability. He went to the he went to the worst place imaginable for that. There's nothing he could have done that Belichick would have been happy with or anything like that, because Brady set the standard, right? As we know. But he and I think this is kind of why Belichick is, out of a job right now, is because of the fact that he can't see past that. He can't see past Brady.
He's not able to adjust.
He can't adjust his coaching style for Brady or for anybody else but Brady. And I think that's where a lot of people, if Cam went to the 49ers, if he were to go to the 49ers or maybe even fucking Baltimore or one of those run heavy offenses, I think he would have excelled.
Okay. That's just his style.
Exactly. That's his style of gameplay. That's, that run first kind of offense or whatever.
Yeah.
Not so much the dink. That is not dink and dunk is not Cam Newton. It will never be Cam Newton. But I think he definitely would have had a much better look and a much better shot in an offense like the Ravens or the Niners or, any of those teams that, really like to pound the rock. Detroit even, fuck.
Yeah. With him, I look at it now, and when it goes back to this whole situation of him, like, oh, well, he was talking shit. I'm like, look, people need to understand something.
They're still human, though.
Football is an extremely competitive sport. The egos and the minds that go into this game,
or half of
somebody
because of CTE.
But especially those who have played in Super Bowl. I can't say win Super Bowls, but obviously he didn't win one. Have played in Super Bowls, who have played at a high level, who have won MVPs, who have done all of that. There is going to be that level of shit talking and competition. When you start to take it to a personal level, now I don't know how the conversation went. I don't know if the conversation went or got personal. That's the only way I can kind of see things getting excelled. But if you're taking competition style shit talking as personal, that's a you problem.
It's always a you problem. Anytime you take any kind of shit talking, whether it's in football or fucking life, and you get offended, that's a you problem. That's not a.
Obviously, there's lines. there's lines to certain shit. But
mean,
what I'm saying, when you get personal in the fact that you cross that line.
well, here's the thing about shit talking. If a motherfucker is shit talking and he crosses the line or whatever, right? Now I'm not saying like if shit got physical, don't fucking don't do anything about it. But if he's just talking shit, let him talk shit. Who gives a fuck? The best comeback for anybody talking shit has always and forever will be laughing in their face.
Matchstick, where I know there's lines for people for that, like where would a line be crossed for you verbally to where it would make you want to put your hands on somebody? I know for you there's not much. You are an extremely disciplined human being. I understand that. I completely understand that. But like I know there's a line for everybody.
Honestly, like I don't even know.
But that's what I'm
I've never
saying,
been
bro.
like I've never been like a confrontational person. So like I just, I never was one to like, not fight all the time or whatever. I mean, I got to fight, but it was never one of those. I just, shied away from that shit.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like
And shit talking is just shit talking.
In my 29 years, bro, I have never put my hands on somebody over fucking words. You got to be a sensitive ass motherfucker to put your hands on somebody about words. Now, if they start to get physical, absolutely, 100% defend yourself at all costs, right? But to sit there and get offended and try and get physical over fucking words,
so then the question now becomes, did Cam Newton put his hands on dude first?
Well, we'll never know because the cameraman was off. He was on break.
Cameraman just showed Cam whooping some ass. That's all I saw.
Cameraman was taking a lunch break until
Because at that point, if it was just words, and then Cam goes and, like dude said, grabbed his breath, put hands on him, that's that line, right? The physical.
Well, yeah. No, once you cross the physical line, that's different.
Right.
But if it's a verbal, shit talking, all that, people get mad and all that shit. Like I said, the best fucking thing you could do in a situation like that, someone's just mouthing off at their, completely out of pocket, whatever it is, the best thing you can do is fucking laugh in their face.
I will see if more information and stuff like that comes out. It'll be interesting to see like how it all kind of. But yeah, what was it like? It was just two of them, right? Or was it three of them? I think it was just two, and one dude was just got caught up in the mix in there. And
hey, what you need to do is create a meme of Cam Newton fighting people, but before it, you got to fucking put Joe Rogan when he was talking about, what would you do if you had to fight 12-year-olds, right? And Joe Rogan's like, I'd fuck up 12-year-olds. And then you just see Cam just out here like Goliath. Fucking just y'all need to make an edit.
That was like a wild situation because because Cam just, the only thing that was going is he was kind of getting pushed because again there was fucking 2-3 of them pushing him at one time. He took one or two punches and just like ate him. Like he's a big
ass dude.
Did not change. Did not like. He was just kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna toss you. Boom, hit you, toss you, and then dude just. Oh my god! But it's not like one thing that you cannot say is Cam Newton is one of those soft individuals who cannot. He is one of those, and throughout his career, when personal shit or whatever got. I remember that time with him and Kelvin Benjamin.
Yeah.
Kelvin Benjamin was talking all of that shit. Cam Newton walked up to him. Talk about it. Straight hands behind his back. And Kelvin Benjamin didn't do a damn thing. He walked away and just tail between his. It is not like Cam Newton is not about doing what needs to be
I ain't
done.
gonna lie to you, bro. As much as the flash and all that shit that he has and everything, you don't fuck with JUCO boys. You don't fuck with JUCO boys, bro. You don't. Because those are the guys who fucking had all the talent in the fucking world, but they're always a fucking problem. Right? They're fucking problems. Like, you know what I mean? Like, them JUCO boys go crazy. You know, because everybody had the talent to go to the next level, but it was either grades or attitude or, you know what I mean? It was something.
That's just the fact of it, people.
And
Mad at it
like,
all you want to. That's the fact of it most of the time. Most of the time, that's just what it was.
you know, or if it's a, you know, financial situation. But again, like, if you're good enough, they'll put you on scholarship, right? Like, if you got the grades and all that stuff, you're staying out of trouble. You know, JUCO's for the guys who didn't have the grades and couldn't stay out of trouble. You know, that free college, obviously, right? But like, yeah, you just don't fuck with JUCO boys like that, especially.
Yeah, I remember that too. He put Josh Norman on his ass. He straight without a helmet on. Josh Norman was fully kitted. Cam Newton had no helmet on. You just see him just.
You know,
right.
that's just it is what it is, right? Like, but
there's just there's a toughness about it. There's a grit behind it. Like there really is, because you see the talent. The talent is there, and for some you look at it and you go, man, because you sometimes you get frustrated. You do. You get a little frustrated, and I got frustrated with some of the stories, and like you got this, damn man. Like I wish I would have had that. Like some of these guys, like I envy the situations that they were in. So it's kind of like, damn, because you went and did this, or you did. Well, you're here now. Let's get it right, and a good amount of them got it right, got to the next level.
yeah, exactly.
You know, did what they were
Most of
supposed
them
to
just
do.
need that turnaround and
That little kick in the ass, real
yeah,
quick.
pretty much. Like, show me what discipline is, because, you know, my high school coach just didn't do it for me, right?
Yeah.
But most of these guys, they either, you know, they transfer out of state or they go JUCO out of state somewhere, and they're on their fucking own, and they learn real fucking quick. Like, if you're gonna fuck up, it's on you.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, that whole situation, it's got the whole, because I mean, obviously, especially in front of kids at a youth event, you know, and stuff like that.
This happened at a youth event?
Yes, one of
this is
the 7-on-7 camps, like one of the youth events there, man.
Out here looking like a destroying camp. All the boys from the hood show up.
I'm just like looking at it going, man, all of this, and you have all of this potential to be showing these kids what you can be. You have somebody who can show these kids.
Yeah, but this generation coming up, bro, I mean, this is the most disrespectful, arrogant ass generation of all fucking time. And they're all soft like little sponges, bro. They're all soft like that. But you know what? They could talk shit because, I mean, the generation before them invented it, right? Like, you know, so I mean, they invented the whole shit talking that, you know, they learned it from somewhere. And then, you know, these kids grow up, you know, especially the fact is now we got this purely positive fucking parenting bullshit that never fucking works. That, you know, some kids just need a fucking pop in the mouth. You know, and it could be, you know, just a quick little fucking, you know.
Okay. He's joking, people.
Or you know, a class ring real quick. Just
yeah.
just
But no, it's even I come to see it and go like, dude, where does this idea that you are the cream of the top of the fucking notch, where do you get that? You understand the statistics in this sport of people who actually make it? You understand the type of elite athlete you need to be in order to make it to that level and succeed and have longevity at
It's not
that
even
level?
at that level. It's not even. You don't even have to be an. I mean, yeah, you got to be an elite athlete, right? But at that level, bro, everybody is that, and it's not even a matter of talent anymore. It's just fucking who's gonna outwork the motherfucker next to you. Like,
Exactly. It has nothing to
you
do
know,
with your talent level. It has
that's like
everything to do with your mental.
it's like when people talk about, oh, can the best college team beat, the worst NFL team? It's like, absolutely fucking not. Not in a million fucking years. It would never fucking happen. Because because you really had to think about it. You take the best, say Georgia, right? The 30 game win streak, whatever the fuck, right? And Georgia, you put Georgia against, 2000s Detroit, right?
0 and 16 Detroit.
0-16 Detroit. And Detroit would beat them by 50. I don't give a fuck, bro, because at the same time, every single person on the Detroit on Detroit was an all-star at their college. First team All-American. Right? There's no fucking world where a college team goes out there, because when you think about it, even half that Georgia team didn't even make it to the NFL. Like, you know,
Yeah.
so
That's what I'm saying. Like even with all the talent that's on these rosters in college and everything else like that, these kids need to understand. Like I get the level of of confidence in your play, and there
that
is a little
and
bit of
kids,
swagger and
well,
arrogance to
that
it.
and kids nowadays, they don't have, there ain't nothing hard in their life. There's really nothing hard. Um,
I mean,
hard,
the
see,
ones.
nowadays hard times constitute not having a phone. You know what I mean? Like,
But here's the thing: the kids who make it, the ones who actually go the distance and make it to the NFL, are the ones who had that tough coaching of telling them what needed to be done.
yeah, and then being able
That
to
that's
take
just
it,
and then that's just the bare fact of it. When you instill the hard work mentality into
or
these kids,
just
like and this is
just
for like
just
the coaches,
having any fucking sort of any kind of discipline,
yeah,
just discipline.
yeah, yeah.
Just and
And fighting in front of the kids and stuff like that is not going to help that.
well, that's why the NFL's gone so fucking soft, right? And like, just oh my god, he breathed on the quarterback. Give him a first down. Oh, oh no, he blocked him too hard.
The
Like,
game has
come
gotten a
on,
little.
bro. Come on.
Do you, Matt Six, do you prefer the game now over the game back then? What's more
Hell
exciting?
no. I want to see
Or
somebody get their fucking head took off.
Right? That was entertaining.
That's what I miss.
Seeing a motherfucker
Hey,
get
hell of fun. All
clothesline.
right.
Hell yeah.
I want to see somebody get smacked the fuck up.
I'm
That's
trying
what
to see
football all
somebody
about.
fucking stiff out there. That's what I want to see out there. Just stiff.
what's up, Kay? What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What?
We were just talking a little bit about the whole Cam Newton fighting situation. Um, have you seen any of the video? Do you have any thoughts about it?
Yeah, I saw the video like right after that. Um, it's just I blame Cam, honestly. Can't really blame Cam for defending himself because to be all the way honest with you, a 6'6", 260 man could literally just slam all these motherfuckers.
Yeah. It's like,
People don't understand, like Cam had one in a headlock and he had the other one by his hair. He was getting punched and he still had control of the whole fight.
like
Pat didn't move, none of that shit. Cam was in full control of that shit. If
I
Cam
gotta
really
watch
wanted to,
this.
he could have obliterated everybody there.
I gotta watch this shit. He ain't got no bodyguards.
I mean, so here's the thing. That as a former security, I don't know how Mastix feel because he's been in that position, being security for an athlete. I feel like them motherfuckers need to be fired and jump themselves because
For
they
real.
came up like the Cam Newton's kid came up defending before security did. Like one of his players came up and started swinging. The kid in the white shirt. Whenever you see it, the kid in the white shirt is one of Cam's players.
He said, "I'm down with the cause."
Defend this shit before security
I'm
did.
with the
So I
shit.
mean, I'll pass that fucking Masters because he got the experience in this situation. But you know what I'm saying?
A lot of these football, like I know it's like more basketball players walk around security than the football players do. Because football
You think
players
that's
are
a
more
pride
athletic.
thing?
They can protect them. To me, they protect themselves more. You know, you
Well,
got
the
these big
football
ass
players,
football players. Yeah,
Do you feel like that's a
normally run deep
pride
with
thing,
each other.
right? You think that's a pride thing?
What? Football
nah,
players?
I think
Football
they
players
just
not
able to
having
protect.
No,
security?
no, it's because they run deep with each other all the time. They are their own security.
Mm-hmm.
There's usually 5, 6 of them with each other at the same time. Nobody's gonna mess with everyone who's every single one of them is over 6'3" and 220 pounds. They might not need security. That's 6 of them. They're not gonna fuck. Nobody's gonna mess with that.
Yeah, a lot of
Nobody's gonna
them.
mess with that.
Yeah.
Like that. That's just what it
Unless
is.
you dumb as fuck in a Cam Newton fucking
Well,
event.
but we just saw even Cam Newton, by himself was able to control and handle that situation. I mean, I don't know if it's a pride thing so much as it like we can defend ourselves. We don't
He's like,
really,
why waste the money?
you know, you don't really need security because you guys there's a big group running at the same time.
Well, yeah,
Usually.
but yeah, I get it. I just, man,
I mean, with basketball players, I can't really speak on why that is, why they have more security than others, and I don't know.
you
I
don't
think
know.
because basketball player, they're not. I mean, in basketball, you really like shooting. So I think it's a type of sport it is too. Like UFC players, you ain't seeing a bunch of UFC walk around with security. You fuck around and get fucked off. You catch one of them 1-on-1. You know what I mean? So
Well, I mean, the UFC fighters have security,
Their
but
security
also
is their
UFC
team.
fighters. Well, no. The reason I say that is because at the end of the day, UFC fighters, unless you're a fucking heavyweight like Francis Ngannou or any of those guys, right? You're not. Football players are fucking huge, right? NFL football players are fucking huge. These fighters, 5'10", 5'8", yeah, they know what they're fucking doing, but they still little. Like, like, so like I can understand UFC fighters still going out there with security and their posse and all that stuff. And everybody in the posse, okay, so it may not be that brand of security, but it's fucking security at the end of the day. They may not be getting paid for it, but like everybody's training every day all the time, right? So, and here's the thing about basketball players having security. The reason why is because every single one of them hit puberty way too early and they don't know how to use their body other than to put a ball in the hoop, right? Wemby, you think Wemby wouldn't just get his ankle snapped, as skinny as that man is?
yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know. When you see NBA, all the tussles and stuff, it's just pushing and shoving and talking shit.
Yeah, bro.
Nobody's actually like
NBA is soft
actually
as
throwing
shit.
hands.
It's softer than baby shit in the NBA.
Y'all got Isaiah Stewart fucked up.
Huh?
I said y'all got Isaiah Stewart fucked up.
Oh no, I'm not saying there aren't a few players in there that definitely would throw hands. There's definitely
Again, in
Whoa.
every sport there's outliers, but there's a hell of a lot more outliers in the NFL than there is in the NBA. I can tell you that.
Nah, I doubt it. Just because they lift weights don't mean too much shit. see stories all the time of NFL players getting
But
knocked
well,
out.
here's the thing
That's
though.
awesome.
Like NFL is inherently a combat sport.
Right.
Just based on what it, the things that they teach, the hand fighting, the hand positioning, all of that stuff to gain control of over another opponent.
Right.
So it is inherently
Realistically,
a
it's not.
combat sport.
Yeah, logically, yeah. I get it, but realistically, that's not what it's like.
No,
Fuckers like that be trying to translate football shit into fighting. So that's how they get their ass whooped. All the muscles don't mean shit. That's why you
yeah, but like
all the
I'm
time.
just
The
saying.
motherfuckers.
Well, at least with football, you got to learn how to control another human's body, like while they're fighting you off, like. And I don't know. For me at least, football has actually like helped. In the fights that I've been, just being able to control somebody or whatever it is. That's all I'm saying.
I understand what you're getting at, but again, like I said, you're a quarterback. You don't even look at
Hey,
weight. You don't really look at weights like a thing. Like I need. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's why I didn't
yeah,
make
you'll
this
walk
because I
around.
didn't look at weights like that.
But I'm saying, these motherfuckers that's like that big, they walk around like they shit think, and they be, you know what I'm saying? Then motherfuckers also that's they get offended.
Yeah.
I've got more motherfuckers that try to come at me because tall. You got nothing to do with tall and in shape. That's it. It's a lot of complexes.
I can see that.
They sit here and they get upset. So now you add those factors. I'm not even rich. Now adding the NFL's players, these motherfuckers are upset. They're jealous. That's all it is. They're upset and jealous, and that's how most of these situations go down. The same thing. They didn't want to hear what Cam had to say. Cam probably told them some shit. Like, hey, basically in the realm of you fucking trash.
So this was a youth camp. Were they parents of some kids that were?
They were the coaches of another team.
That's why I said in the realm, it don't matter if it's you're shit at coaching, you're shit at receiver, you're shit at quarterback, your kid chat. No matter whatever the situation is, it could have been a variation of that, and they had their feelings. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so we talked about this earlier in the show, but what would be your verbal line?
What would be my what?
Your verbal line.
My verbal line of for what?
Like people don't cross that line. Like if you're talking shit with somebody, like where's your line?
The line of like
At that,
to the point where you would put your hands on someone.
Situation. There's nothing that can step me out of that situation. Like nothing that someone can say to make me put my hands on them. Like nothing. And I just feel like Cam was in that situation because we've seen him practice so much humility for all of these years, and then now this situation, like that's not Cam. And his podcast is like blowing up now.
Yeah.
He's getting national popularity for that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's what we were saying. That's what we were saying earlier. Like if there is no verbal line that somebody can cross to make me. Now, if they decide to get physical, because either you're talking shit back or you're laughing at them or whatever it is, then that's one thing. But we were all like, yeah, no, like there's just you can sit there and talk all the shit you fucking want. I don't give a shit. But like when you get physical, I get physical. That's different, right? Defend yourself.
Right, and that's exactly what that looked like.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, a 6'6" man, 260. If he really wanted to wreck shot, he could have wrecked shot.
Okay,
All of that was defense, what Cam was doing.
Did you see the video? So there was a video that came out of the two guys who were involved in that fight. They were on a podcast, and they had said that the reason why that happened was because obviously it started off verbally, shit talking back and forth, and then the next thing that they knew, Cam had, not the guy with the dreadlocks, the other guy, basically had both of his hands like locked. Sure. And then that was the reason why the fight had started, because Cam had put his hands on him.
I'm surprised nobody else got like footage of what started it.
You know what's fucking crazy about that whole story? If that was true, why the fuck was the first fucking report we get is a goddamn podcast and not a lawsuit?
Right.
If that was true, I mean, I feel you. Cam's a fucking millionaire though. Former fucking NFL MVP, got a bunch of businesses, had a world tour about his iconic shit.
Hey,
I'm
nobody
hardly
nobody
doubtful
said they
that
were
that's what
smart.
he got all that bread. You work at a job. You work at Bridgestone.
Right? Ain't nobody said that they were smart. They said Bridgestone. Oh shit.
Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, look, if you gonna go to a podcast first to try to get some sympathy bucks, because that's exactly what the fuck you wanted. We get out of here. Hey, what Cam asked here, what can we do? Go to a podcast, tell our story. Let's try to get some money out this. Can't get the win.
Let's get our
We
money
wanted
the
to
wrong
win.
way, right?
Like, we wanted to win. We got to do something. Then when the truth, like, using fucking logic, like, there's no lawsuit out, bro. If that's what
You go on
happened,
the podcast after you do the lawsuit and you win the lawsuit. That's when you do that.
because your lawyer advised you not to talk about the shit. If Cam really put his hands on you, they will fucking pay you your money immediately.
Yeah, just because they don't want that shit getting out.
Hey, they would try to sweep that shit under the rug fast as fuck.
What's it gonna take?
There's no logic behind the fucking basis. Any the bullshit them motherfuckers said, no matter if it was an hour, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes. First question, where's the fucking lawsuit?
What if it comes?
That would have been my first question.
That's your TV match thing?
That's
your
Like
I was like, what is that?
I know he has one of the main roads behind it. That's why you hear like the motorcycles and like the big ass trucks and stuff going by.
Oh yeah.
You hear those, yeah. Yeah, just that whole situation itself was just like it. And again, we were getting at that it gets to the kids because again, it's at a fucking youth camp that this whole thing happens, and it's like
Always the fucking youth camps. Just fucking shitty ass parents who try to live through their kids.
how do you? I don't know if you've personally dealt with that, or have you dealt with these types of parents before? The ones that are like they're at a 10-year-old either
I
football
don't
game.
deal with disrespectful kids. I think I'm about to whoop your ass. That's what's wrong with these kids now. They need an ass whooping.
She's like, nah, fuck them kids.
Well,
Fuck them kids.
you got to keep masters behind the tables. If you do any youth camp situation, go ahead. Don't have him talk to nobody. Put him behind. He'll take his better. Look, we don't need those problems. Put him bulletproof plexiglass. Soundproof too. Soundproof that fucker. He can't hear no.
No, I mean with the parenting and stuff like that. When it comes to I've done it. Caleb's done it. I'm sure Kay has definitely done it. You know, coaching kids, and you see those really overbearing parents that are there, especially during the games. It's just like, what are you doing? How much of an ass do you really want to make yourself? You thinking you're this high, you are arguing at a 10-year-old's game. How big and mighty do you really think that you are? You do nothing but essentially hurt the kid because now all the other kids are gonna be like, that was your mom, that was your dad.
You know,
you're
your
only
parents
gonna
are
hurt the
forever
kids
labeled as
socially.
Karens, bro.
I think it's estimating these kids. They don't even know how they move no more. They ain't even know ha. At this point, they just trying to see who won.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ha each other no more. I'm telling you, like that's not no more.
Yeah.
There's no more ha. If your parent lost, then it's a ha. But that's about it. Like,
It's just it's getting youth sports is getting out of control. The parents, the coaching, it's all getting too crazy. I don't
I don't even.
understand.
It's not. I don't even think it's that. I think it's just it's not even like youth sports. It's just parents who just can't handle their kid fucking losing, and
That too.
you know, it's just or their kid loses and now he's a shithead. Like, and the parent doesn't know what to do because again, they've done this purely positive parenting bullshit that never fucking works. Raises soft ass kids.
And
Yeah.
once again,
I-
thank you to the great state of Ohio for the participation trophies. We really appreciate what you've done in the contributions to society by bringing those up. Thank you. But now so we're in a time, it's free agency is, releases, all that other kind of stuff is coming up. Okay, I wanted to ask you because I saw it today and I didn't know how you were going to feel about it. Shaq Barrett was
Mm-hmm.
released, from the Bucks. I know you were a pretty vocal advocate for Shaq Barrett. How do you feel about this release?
Jason Light better pull a rap out of his fucking hat out his ass. He better pull a fucking rabbit because I don't see no disrespect. Joe Tryon Sharinka has not fucking goddamn lived up to his draft standard. So Yaya has been amazing, but if they trying to have Yaya replace, it's like Yaya played well because Shaq was on the other side. Like, granted, Shaq did get hurt too a few times with us, but he's
No.
getting older. He's owed 15 mil. Well, he was owed $15.8 million. I think it was something like that. So I know that has 100% to do with it. He probably didn't adjust his contract, I don't think. So this is my assumption.
It opens up $5
Oh,
million in cap space for him.
say it again.
The release opens up $5 million in cap space for him.
Right, yeah, no, that's what I was gonna get to. I saw so it's kind of pointless of releasing somebody when all you got was $5 million in fucking return. When you pretty much just lost 10.8 million. Because that's what you still gotta pay him. So it's like, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you release him unless he was ready to go? Unless
Well,
they're
I
getting rid of.
guess the thought around it is opening up the room to be able to, one, re-sign Mike Evans, and I guess Baker Mayfield is a priority for them to get re-signed as well.
Right. Yeah, no, again, I'm definitely aware of my team news. I was gonna get to that right there.
I'm just saying, like,
I was
that
more saying the aspect
the reasoning behind the
but
release and stuff, like, that's whatever, like, that's obviously what's been going around the table of what. But do you think they would have been able to keep Shaq Barrett and sign both of them at the same time?
again, I was trying to get to that.
My bad.
Like I was saying, unless they have, never mind. I'm gonna just answer your question. Yeah, they could have. They could have worked shit out. He could have did a few things. He probably tried, and this is the ultimate result, just based off of the results. Doesn't make sense now because he was a key contributor to defense. I don't really think it was a Mike Evans and Baker thing. People look at that because those are the two names you think about, but Devin White is also one that has to be re-signed.
I
So,
was about to ask about Devin White because
you gotta go ahead.
Devin White, that guy is a fucking boss. Like if I ever do fantasy again, I'm like he's definitely on there as an IDP player. Like you know,
Well, yeah, he's plays well throughout his career. I mean, this past
but I
season,
mean he's a guaranteed 11-point fucking player every fucking game. Like that shit is crazy.
possibly. I mean, not this year, not
Yeah,
this past season. So I
You have it
mean,
down here?
they basing everything off of it. So
yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Is Brandon Ayuk gonna be a 49er next year?
Nope.
I don't know if we can afford it, to be honest with you.
Damn. He had what,
Like,
1,700 yards this
I
year?
mean, we still have him in the final year of his contract.
He had what, 1,700 last year?
What, receiving yard? No,
Yeah.
just under 14.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, but he was the team's leading receiver, right? Yeah.
I mean, they should just all leave at this point.
Shit.
I mean, they ain't gonna do
If
shit.
it was gonna be a fucking year, it would have been last year.
They ain't gonna do shit. So they might as well just all go for new teams and try again.
You know,
somewhere else.
Nick Bosa signed, right?
ETs
Or
need to leave too.
y'all still
We still have a good amount of people. We did not really take a dent in losses of who we have on the team for next year. We still have the majority of all of our starters coming back for next year. But the conversation right now, especially with Ayuk, is, and you have Greenlaw, who's also in contract talks right now. So it's kind of and
yeah, but
Greenlaw,
Greenlaw's his. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, he's a great fucking linebacker, but linebackers don't really make headlines unless they get injured in the Super Bowl, like that. You know. You know.
You're a dick for that one.
Oh, sorry.
You're a dick for that one.
But I don't know. Greenlaw's cool, but I think
He's a good support system to Fred Warner. That's just what it's down to.
But even then, I think even if Greenlaw stays in that game, the Chiefs find a fucking way. Whether it's paying off refs or Kyle Shanahan being drunk, I think it still goes that way. Like,
however, I mean that I'm not going to get into. But with Ayuk,
honestly, he deserves to be a number one somewhere. And K's about to fucking fly off the handle right now.
I mean, I think he's his route running development throughout the years.
I think so. You guys have him for one more year?
Yeah.
I think he becomes a Charger. I think after the Niners, after his contract is up, unless he pulls a fucking 1,800-yard season and 10 total touchdowns, whatever it is,
or he holds out.
And I truly believe this, but I really do think John Harbaugh fucking goes and gets that guy.
Jim,
whatever the fuck. They're Harbaughs. They're all cheaters. No, I'm just kidding.
Brandon Ayuk to the Chargers.
I think he would be a really good fit for the Chargers.
That's the thing, though. I would love to be able to keep him, but I don't know realistically how that happened.
After the year that he had, bro, he's not taking anything less than being one of the highest paid receivers in the league. Just based on what his family's saying, off of what he's saying, just
what his family, what
his brother or his cousin or whatever. Whether he's full of shit or not.
There was a whole lot of we in that.
Hey, I got a question.
Comment that was making me laugh, but
where do you go?
With that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you BA to Vegas." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." He's gonna leave a team that's contending for Super Bowls for a team that's not even sniffing the playoffs. Okay, that's good. That's fine.
Where did he go to college?
Who? Brandon Ayuk?
Speaking on, yeah.
Arizona State. He was a Sun Devil.
Yeah. Another question. Why are we making it seem like he just came from a culture of winning? Like, why
I'm
would
not saying like he necessarily
he's
came
not
from
gonna
a
go?
culture of winning. That's what I'm saying. Like he has developed. Oh, I mean, the culture of winning it in San Francisco, getting to the higher points, through playoffs and everything else like that. He's getting that experience. That's what I've said throughout the years since he's been with the team. He's gotten a lot better from when he started off, because his second year, everyone was like, "Oh, this is a down year for Ayuk. Was this a, crazy, was this a bust pick, whatever the hell?" And then his third and this fourth year right now, he showed out. So it's like
That's what he did.
I'm 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 just telling you what he did, bro. Like that's just
Hey, look,
From a
I
statistical
I
standpoint.
feel like stats
not even
not
from
a
a
lot of shit.
statistical standpoint. Like you see what his route running ability has gotten a lot better from when he first got. I agreed with you like his first 2 years when you were saying like yeah, he only has like two, three. He's not a great route runner. I agree. Yeah, he wasn't a great route runner at that time.
But
But
he
now,
can fucking block. Holy
and well,
shit.
that
You
too.
know, not even that.
That too. The run blocking ability is
That's
just
it. His run blocking ability precedes his anything else as a receiver.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
I
is a
can,
problem. That is a
not in a
fucking problem.
negative way, but yeah, I can agree with that. I
That's
can
a
agree
fucking
with that.
You
problem.
think he
So
does
why are we acting like this guy is an actual value if the only thing he did was get a good load of stats and a good ass offense? That's all he did.
I
Like,
don't think
do you think he would shine in as a Charger?
so I got two parts. I want to get the first part off first. You're being biased as shit, Caleb, and I know what the fuck you're doing.
What? What are you talking about?
Okay, where did fucking Herbert go to college? All right, we're done here. All
What?
right, then now we'll go to fucking goddamn with the actual question. Yeah, he'll fit because Harbaugh makes shit work. He makes shit work. All he needs is a good quarterback. Everything else he'll make work. That's
he need a better running back though. I'm sorry, like Eckler's cool, but like he needs a better running back.
that system. He's the
Well,
best running back right now in the league for that system outside of Christian McCaffrey.
but here's the thing: in Harbaugh's system,
what about Saquon?
Yeah.
Saquon would be great in the Charger system with Harbaugh there.
The reason why I'm saying that is because of the type of quarterback he has. You don't have to rely on the run like that.
You don't, but Jim Harbaugh does. That's his style of offense.
Great. But the only reason why is because his quarterback has never been better than his running back. Now his quarterback's better than every fucking body on the team.
damn.
You open it up that way.
Well, I mean that he's fucking right. I can't remember a time when fucking Jim Harbaugh had a better quarterback than a running back.
He
I
hasn't.
don't.
Frank Gore old ass was better than
Maybe Andrew Luck, but
At Stanford,
yeah.
and that's a maybe. You get what I'm saying? Like you really got to question that.
Well, because the only reason why I say maybe is because I'm trying to figure out when McCaffrey got to Stanford.
McCaffrey was after that.
Yeah, he
McCaffrey was
was
during the Shaw era.
because I was working there when Christian McCaffrey was there. His senior year, I was still working at Stanford.
Yeah, he was the David Shaw era.
He was after, but even still, I'm just saying like
He, oh,
you still gotta question
well, I don't even think he was after. I think Andrew Luck's senior season. That was what McCaffrey's first year.
could be.
Yeah.
I think it was McCaffrey's his freshman season or whatever. I think that was Andrew Luck's first year because I know he was. It was him and Gafferty or something or fuck. Who's the running back before McCaffrey?
I know who you're talking about. I'm blanking
Yeah,
on him too.
and he was a unit at Stanford at least.
That's what I'm saying. No, I think McCaffrey.
I think he was like a special
came.
team. I
McCaffrey
think he
came
was.
in.
I think he was a special teamer, bro.
McCaffrey at that time,
Yeah,
kick and punt returner only at that point.
something like that. I really do think that he was. I'm pretty sure because I remember hearing about McCaffrey like when Luck was there. Because that was when that was peak Oregon Stanford rivalry right there. with Mariota and or even Darren Thomas, and LaMichael James and all them.
But look, see, you guys have fell into the rabbit hole of my point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So that's the reason why I say Eckler is the best running back for that system. You don't need anybody better to fucking goddamn diminish Herbert's development with Harbaugh.
yeah.
But
Let
maybe not development, but don't you think that would help to get a better running back?
no, because
You think if the Chargers got Saquon Barkley,
No,
that
no.
would be beneficial?
Don't say a better running back.
Yeah.
Say an in between the tackle running back.
Yeah.
That would be the only piece
Yeah.
that the Chargers need is somebody who can run between the tackles as efficiently
Saquon.
as.
Maybe as a
But even
backup.
then, but Saquon's gonna cost way too fucking much, bro. Saquon's gonna cost way too much.
But that's why you get rid of Eckler.
But then you fucking miss out on like half of your fucking offense.
Dude, Saquon can do it all.
Yeah,
Saquon
but again, just
get out of
But
the
again-
backfield. Saquon can
cost
do
too much, and it's going to diminish Herbert's development. I'm telling you.
It's not. I don't think it would be a good. I think Saquon should be looking somewhere in the NFC.
I've been saying
He needs to stay in the.
Baltimore
He needs to stay
forever.
in the NFC. Honestly,
I've been
He
saying
could come to
Baltimore
Tampa
forever,
for
but that's just me.
Tampa's the best fit for him.
what
Like, I know that's my team, but Tampa's the best fit for him.
for Saquon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could. Shit. Yeah. Rashad White's good though.
He is good, but again, I just had a whole season. That was his best season. I still want somebody else. He played
He'd be a
well.
good
He
fit
definitely
in Tampa.
increased and got better, but I feel like him and Baker's improvement was because of Dave Canales. And now he's the fucking head coach of the goddamn Carolina Panthers. So
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck could Saquon fit that can at least a good fit for him with I don't know.
Houston.
because Saquon need to be the bell cow. Like you can't
Yeah.
go somewhere and just split like that. Like if he's splitting it's on some fucking Nick Chubb shit. That's how his production has to be. When he's ready to go, he goes. They give a motherfucker the ball that's behind him when he's tired.
What about Denver?
No, because well, actually, yeah, he would fit with Sean Payton.
Not with Russell Wilson, I don't think.
They're getting rid of Russell Wilson
He
anyway.
probably would
Oh.
fit with Russell Wilson because you forgot Russell had Marshawn. Granted, their relationship wasn't good like that off the field, but on the field,
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't understand how fucking Russell Wilson is still in the league. If I'm being fucking honest with you,
Damn.
I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to strongly disagree with that.
Damn.
I was
about to say, I don't know about like.
I think he had
out
a
of the
good
league,
second
but
half, bro. But like, just all the stories from teammates and ex teammates. Just
Oh yeah,
I don't know how he still has a job. Nobody wants to block for that ass.
Hey, I feel you. I feel you on that completely. But there's definitely a lot of quarterbacks that's in the league that's some dicks.
Yeah. I don't know how Derek Carr is still in the league.
Well, he actually has ability that y'all can't see.
Shit, if he's got ability that I can't see, then Brock Purdy's the MVP.
I feel like your hatred. I look. You phrased that so well. I don't know how to fucking combat that. But like I said, Derek Carr has ability. I really feel like he just been a fucking victim of his ability got diminished with a shitload of bad coaches. If he doesn't get drafted to the Raiders and he gets drafted to a quarterback loving system, he would have been good.
I'm telling you, he's just a glorified version of his brother. He's not really that much.
Brother's never thrown 4,000 yards in a season.
That's fine.
And he's
That's
at
why I
one
said
day
a glorified version.
He came from what? Fresno?
Fresno State?
Yeah, Fresno State with D-Hop.
Not with
D-Hop?
D-Hop. Oh, yeah.
Not D-Hop, Devontae Adams. Goddamn.
Yeah, Devontae Adams. Yeah. That's
But
why
even, like I
that's
say,
why
even
Devontae Adams went to be a Raider to begin with, because he wanted to play with Derek Carr again. And then that year fucking ousted.
come on, was that him or was it McShithead?
Oh, it was definitely the shithead. It was definitely
And
McDaniels.
then, how can you say that's the same thing I was saying about Baker?
But even before McDaniels
problem.
Just
got there,
another
he wasn't
Patriot
doing
coat
shit with the
riding Tom
Raiders.
Brady's
That's what I'm saying.
coattails.
Before McDaniels even got there, he wasn't doing shit.
Your
So,
head coach wants to be the offensive coordinator.
Yo,
He's
I ain't gonna lie to you.
but
I ain't gonna
that's
lie
what
to
I'm saying, Kate. Even before McDaniels even got there, Carr wasn't doing shit. So
Hey,
that's
think
not
about
even.
it.
4,000 yards in
about
a
it.
year. It's not
What-
shit. Was shitty
Yeah, you
receiver.
can have 4,000 yards in a year, but if you didn't do shit, because that's the same argument that. Hold on, wait a minute. Didn't Brock Purdy just have 4,000 yards in a year?
No, bro, it's a
Give him
difference.
credit.
He had an all-star team. He had the fucking Raiders with nobody. He had nobodies and Darren McFadden. Like, bro,
Nobody's in Darren
hey,
McFadden.
that man couldn't catch a cold in motherfucking Antarctica butt naked. The man couldn't
He
catch.
couldn't catch
He was
hypothermia if he tried.
got like 3,000, 4,000 yards that year. He was a fucking MVP candidate with that sorry son of a bitch on his team. He had fucking goddamn. He got Amari Cooper a contract. Amari Cooper's in the league because of Derek Carr.
I was going to say he had Amari Cooper, and wasn't the Raiders' defense led by Khalil Mack at that point?
Yes. But guess what? They didn't have shit else.
Man, when you really
Who else
think
did they have
about it,
to run
bro,
back?
how many coaches and players, how many coaches and players have made their career off of Tom Brady's success?
A lot.
That's crazy to me.
A whole fucking lot.
I mean, you got Jimmy G, you got McDaniels, you got fucking Belichick.
The Belichick coaching tree has been a colossal failure.
Everywhere they go, they suck ass.
Yeah.
Patricia, everywhere.
Joe Judge. He was a
God
special team.
damn.
The crazy part. This motherfucker was a special teams
See,
coach.
now that I think about that, I'm like, damn, Tom Brady really is the GOAT. He really is the GOAT. How you have that many people boost their careers off of your play?
Your ability to keep everybody zen, because that's more than what it was. Because Bill's pissing everybody the fuck off. Keep it real.
Like, that's crazy to me. Like, he really is the GOAT. And you know me, bro. I'm Peyton Manning. I'm a Peyton Manning fan. Like, I fucking hate Tom Brady. For me to say that, like,
that's huge. That's huge.
fuck.
Oh, Caleb, I got to tell you about another Colt fan. He's on our team. He just joined.
Oh shit, he sucks, huh?
All right, no, he does. He's actually really fucking good. All right,
Cool.
His name's Big Mac, right?
Fuck
His
yeah.
name's Big Mac. His introduction to the team was, "Hi everybody, I'm Big Mac. I like to do." He said, "I like to pancake people." He's an offensive guard.
Yo. Oh, he got that Quinn Nelson in him. He got that dog.
Okay. He was a fucking dog for real. He's a dog.
Okay.
We had practice Saturday. He was fucking eating. We had team period. He was fucking eating, bro.
Yo, on some straight replacement shit, having eggs on the sideline, boiled eggs.
No, hell no. Hell, we don't need no fucking big ass sumo wrestlers throwing up in the middle of the fucking field.
Nundisco!
Hey, you know what's crazy? Fucking Stevie called. I forgot who he called Shane Falco, but that shit had me in fucking tears.
Sugar Shane, bro.
Holy shit, bro! I
Sugar
promise.
Shane.
That shit. That's funny as fuck that you brought that up. That's funny as fuck. Oh my god.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Yo, you should ask him to do that. Come up to the line during a game and just tell him, fuck it, I just want you to fucking get in the sumo stance and just start yelling Nandisca.
Big Mac
Just to see what the other team does, bro. Everybody will probably laugh, but once he pancakes somebody, shit will get real serious.
Hey, I might tell him. I might tell because we just had the our spring game.
Tell him that shit.
This Saturday, and hey, I'm telling you, that shit was fucking moving. That shit was moving. I hated the fact that none of the offensive linemen are showing up, so they got me an O-line as a backup / field.
You on tackle or what?
Tackle. Well, I literally played every position this past Saturday. I snapped the club.
They had you snapping? Oh fuck.
Bro, I was a long snapper, so that's not that
They
fucking.
had him at guard not too long ago.
Yeah, I was at guard fucking
Are
Saturday
you
as
still
well.
playing, Josh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm getting there. So
You hitting that treadmill?
the bike.
No, but you hitting that treadmill?
I've been hitting the bike.
Yeah, bro. But the bike doesn't actually fucking put
Like
any kind of pressure on your knees or anything like that. So when you fucking give out because your leg said I'm broke, you know, that's
the
why.
Christmas game. The fucking Christmas game. Holy
That's
shit.
why, bro.
Hey, your little brother fucking shot you right in the back with a goddamn
Hey,
50 cal. I'm telling you that right now. You're running away like Ricky and he pulled a 50 cal out. You thought it was a shotgun.
Ricky!
it brings me back to the. Okay, how many times did Coach replay that?
It was about a good 7.
Oh fuck.
Bro, because our coach he smokes while we doing film session. So he was
Shit.
high as a fuck.
Oh no! I wish I was there. I
Turf
would have been.
monster.
I would have paid money to be at that film session. Oh
Turf
No,
shit!
it was via Facebook fucking live. So
It was all
he just had to be in a lot,
Facebook.
bro.
No.
So here's the
Turf
thing.
monster got me.
It went from him replaying to everybody tagging me. Hey, Kate, what's up with your boy? What's up with your boy? Oh, hey, fucking laughing emojis. I'm like, fuck this gosh, dog.
I knew it was coming.
But he
So,
got
okay, though, I made a
Derek
good defensive
also
play. I
replayed
made
his
a good
tackle.
defensive play
He
before
had a
that.
pretty good fucking third down stop. So Derek replayed that ball just as many times as the jovial clip.
I ain't gonna lie, but bro, I honestly I wasn't there, but I can see it so vividly in my head. Like I can see
That's
it
my
so
side.
vividly.
I was running behind the play. Trying to get to it, and my legs just said, "Fuck it." Down.
I can see that shit. His upper body saying, "Let's go." His legs said, "Nope."
Hey, you literally could put Turf Monster wins fatality.
I don't even, no, I don't even think it's that. I think it's
Wasted
fucking.
from fucking GTA.
Oh god.
On the 4th drop, we definitely saying fatality.
Oh god. And the fact that it happened more than once, right?
No, just
We
once.
said
Oh,
count for the last I remember.
oh god.
Just that once.
How do you just forget your legs?
Nah, no bullshit though.
I didn't forget
It's
nothing.
all good though. He
My legs
progressed a
forgot me.
lot. He progressed a lot since then.
Oh shit.
Like coach has trust in him now. Like
Okay.
that's where he's at now. Like his legs aren't really an issue. It's not really a feeling process. Like coach actually has trust in him. He calls him. You know what I mean? By name. You know what I mean? Josh, get in at tight end. Like Josh, get in. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not. Hey, you know what I mean? You know how some coaches, Derek, will hate your ass until you do something. That's why I told Josh straight the fuck up. You got to do something to give somebody a wow factor. Didn't I tell you that?
Yep.
So I'm like,
It was crazy.
he'll hate your
The
ass
first
to
play,
motherfucking death.
yeah, the first play that
He'll
I
hate you
had
while
in,
you
I
while you
set
his
that block
teammate.
and made the tackle. I was like, yeah. I was like, if I'm going to get in, because I got in minimal, I didn't get the first half at all. You know, so I had to kind of, I'm not going to lie, I kind of politic my way a little bit. Hey, coach, if you need me, coach. You need me. I'm in there. You need somebody to take a breather. Because I kept hearing him like, damn.
I'm ready to play.
Yeah, hell
Well,
yeah.
yeah, because you missed all of the practices until that moment. So,
Yeah.
I mean, other than the Thanksgiving thing, which you didn't even, it wasn't a practice. You kind of
Yeah.
missed everything until then. So it makes sense.
So then when I finally got in, I was like, all right, I can't make myself look like an ass. And that's why I shed the block and got the tackle. But then shortly after that was the Turf Monster episode. And I was like, okay, well, I balanced myself out in this one. Yeah, I had one good play and one shitty play. So that's fine. But I mean, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. Russell Wilson came out and said that they had wanted to, like, the reason why they had benched him the last 3 games of the season wasn't because of his ability to play. It was because the fact that he didn't agree to take the injury guarantee in his contract and move it to either another year or take it off completely or whatever. So because he didn't agree to do that, they basically told him, if you don't do this, then we're going to bench you the last 3 games of the season, regardless of outcome.
Wait, injury guarantee?
So there's in most players' contracts, there's a clause in there, like if they get injured, they still get paid a certain amount of money.
Most high-profile players.
Okay. So they basically told him, we want you to basically waive this or restructure the contract to where this is off, or move it to the. And he said no, so that's the reason why they benched him.
I believe him.
Even after that whole.
Smells like some bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I believe him.
Even after the major haul that they had given away to get Russell Wilson to begin with.
Smells like some bullshit.
Nah, I believe him.
Yeah, they're already looking for him to go somewhere else.
Nah, I believe every word he's saying. For the simple fact
But that's the thing, though. But you
the reason why
talking about, with
they
Sean
thought he was
Payton and all this is going to be, crazy. But then this whole thing kind of went down. Like, where's the outlook on it now? Is that anything to do with, Russell Wilson, Sean Payton, or just the fact that they're just a duo that didn't mesh well?
Neither.
Here's the thing. The Broncos are fucking bad.
All right, you're a Colts fan. We got to preface that. They're in the same fucking division. I mean, they're not in the same division. They're in the same conference. Remember that, folks. He's a Colts fan, and they got Peyton after he left the Colts.
Hey, we don't talk about
biased answer. This is a very biased answer, people.
We don't talk about them years.
So again, like I agree with him for the simple fact of, I don't think it's those factors as majorly as you put them. You know what I mean? I think it's because they want Russell to restructure because they know they don't have a team to compete. They have a defense, but they ain't got no.
Because they're like, the possibility of him getting hurt is gonna be fucking astronomical because our O-line sucks.
Right. They don't have an offense. They running back he only can play like a maximum of 10 games, and then he getting hurt. Our wide receivers ain't worth a damn. Our tight end is shaky, and we got rid of our good one.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it. I completely agree and understand where Russell's coming from, and I believe that happened.
I mean, if I was in that situation, I'd be like, that's guaranteed money y'all taking out of my pocket. Like,
exactly.
And this line fucking sucks. I need to protect myself and my paycheck. I can see that. But still, Broncos are ass. Fuck the Broncos.
I agree that they're ass. But I feel like they're ass for the simple fact that they didn't protect themselves in these endeavors.
Who's got the number 1 pick this year?
The Chicago Bears.
Yeah, Chicago.
Do you think they trade out or they take Caleb Williams or Marvin Harrison?
Well, I think they're trying to trade Justin Fields, so I think they're gonna try to stack up some. They're gonna try to stack up some things after they trade Fields. Try to get Marvin Harrison. They're gonna try to get Marvin Harrison Jr. and then get another motherfucker. I really believe that's what they're gonna try to do, like a quarterback or some shit.
I don't see why they fucking hyped up Caleb Williams so goddamn much.
It's the CJ Stroud play. It's a CJ Stroud play.
Yeah, they didn't hype CJ Stroud up like this.
Yes, they diminished him. They said he wasn't smart. He wasn't good. He didn't play well. He played in Ohio State, they did all of that for those reasons, so they can get him. The Texans did that to get him. You know what I'm saying? They did that shit to get
Yeah, but Caleb, I don't understand where the hype is, bro. He's mediocre at best.
I've been saying
Yeah,
this.
because I seriously think Green Bay did that shit. I think Green Bay did that shit to make the Bears get him. Trade Justin Fields because Justin Fields is an actual threat to the Bears. They
Yeah,
get
but
rid
they're
of
not
their
going to give
actual
up
threat,
Jordan Love.
so they can't build. Say what?
Packers aren't going to go and get Justin Fields or anything like that. Go get Jordan Love.
That's
They
not
have
what I'm
Jordan Love.
saying that for. I'm saying the actual threat that's been in the league for 2-3
Oh.
years, playing against this same team in the division, learning how to beat them. They're rebuilding. They're learning. He's learning how to beat them. All they have to do is add weapons, and he's good.
Oh, you're
That's
saying
it.
the Packers are putting out propaganda to fuck with the Bears to make them do a stupid decision.
Exactamundo.
Gotcha.
Welcome to the 11th floor. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. They go get a lesser tier quarterback that's shaky as motherfucking best. Now they can just reap 2 wins from these motherfuckers every goddamn week, and they only got to worry about Detroit because Minnesota ain't a factor.
PR teams in the NFL are pretty damn good.
Honestly, there's a lot of teams who have like potential to be really good.
But I think with the Bears, I mean, shit, I wouldn't even be mad if they got Marvin Harrison Jr. at number 1. I wouldn't even be mad at that, to be honest with you.
I would.
That would be
Don't
the
waste
smart
talent.
thing.
But I think the smart thing to do would be, because again, the way things are kind of projecting and the way people are talking and the teams are talking, it's set up in the way that they could possibly move down to the 3 or 4, get a huge haul, still get Marvin Harrison Jr., and keep Justin Fields at the same time.
But are the Bears smart?
That remains to be seen. This is also the same team that drafted Mitchell Trubisky at number 2. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to end up doing. They seem to shoot themselves in the foot every chance that they possibly fucking can. But for the Bears' sake, I think, and I think a lot of the fans, I've seen a lot of fan videos that are saying that they would rather keep Justin Fields because, I mean, with him, Justin Fields has had to do a hell of a lot with a very little amount of talent that he has on that team. And now it comes to question because I'm looking at it going, I don't think initially Bears fans were like, oh, we need to get rid of Justin Fields. But then a year or two went after that, and they were like, oh, well, this kid's actually pretty good. If we actually gave him some weapons, a defense or an actual offensive line,
If they're
maybe we could
smart,
do something here.
They trade away. They trade places with either 4 or 5, or maybe even 3, right?
Just to be safe.
Just to be safe, right? They trade places with them. They take a decent wide receiver, whether it's Marvin Harrison or Roma Dunze, or if they drop to 4 or 5, right? Then you probably miss out on Harrison, but you still have Rome Dunze, and which I mean I think would be a great pick for them. And then you trade back into that first round, and you get a tackle or an offensive lineman out of Notre Dame or Michigan.
Michigan for sure. They have some big motherfuckers over there.
Yeah, you get a lineman out of there if they're smart.
They're not smart because guess who is on their roster? Take one guess at receiver who's on their roster. They're not smart. That's the reason why I said they're getting played.
He said DJ Moore's ass.
Yeah, but they also got Chase Claypool.
Chase Claypool. Yeah.
Ew.
Ew.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, they need Marvin Harrison Jr.
Nah, they need a whole rebuilding organization because
They need to fire all of the front office.
yeah, they're dumb up there.
Yeah, because again, with the whole Caleb Williams thing, I don't. There hasn't been anything eye-popping
the
to me
Steelers make
that
the
makes
playoffs?
him stand out compared to everybody else.
Did the
Really.
Steelers make the playoffs?
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
First
Who
round
did they
exit,
lose to?
they did.
Who did they
Yeah,
lose
they
to?
got up out there, yeah.
I don't remember. I think it was
So they have like a mid-range pick.
no. Who was the number 2 seed in the AFC?
No, I'm saying they have a mid-range pick. The Steelers.
Yeah.
Do you think they stay with Kenny Pickett? Why do people see
Oh,
so
the
much
Bills.
in
They
him?
played the Bills. They played the Bills. They played the Bills. The Bills are
Oh,
number 2.
okay.
The Ravens are 1, Bills are 2.
Do y'all think Kenny Pickett is that guy?
He can be with the right fucking goddamn development.
See, it
Yeah,
just worries me. Quarterbacks that wear 2 gloves.
yeah. I feel you.
That shit worries me.
I feel you. But them gloves got traction like a sun bitch nowadays.
Yeah, but that don't make him. That everybody knows you throw like shit with 2 gloves.
I agree.
Isn't it about like a certain feel to the ball and everything too?
You can't feel the ball.
Yeah, you can feel the ball at all. You just feel that fucking cotton.
I remember trying to when I switched to receiver my senior year, in high school, trying to throw with 2 gloves on. That was the worst fucking feeling I ever experienced in my life throwing a football. I don't know how anybody could do it. And 9 times out of 10, people who have 2 gloves on, they're ass. Like they're in the wrong position, right? But I don't know. I don't see what the hell they see in Kenny Pickett.
I think the whole thing with Kenny Pickett, it came with the whole hype because
He came from Pitt,
he's
right?
from Pitt.
Yeah, he went to Pitt.
He went to Pitt, so they wanted that whole story.
Then fucking dress him up as a fucking
realize
mascot.
this:
Like
after Kenny Pickett, the next quarterback off the board did not come until like the second, third round.
well, his fucking year was ass.
Yeah, he had a pretty.
His quarterback draft class was butt cheeks.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So that's just they wanted that whole story, and then people in Pittsburgh started linking the whole with Dan Marino and all that shit, getting all that because Dan Marino went to Pitt, and oh, this is going to be our franchise quarterback type of guy, and
Well, you
I
see,
Man, I don't know.
I understand.
he had one good
I
year at
understand.
Pitt, and everyone lost their
Thompson
mind.
doesn't have losing seasons, but that doesn't make him a great coach. That just
I ain't gonna necessarily agree with that at all.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I think that does. You could be given the front office
conference?
gives you a pile of shit, and you make
Who's in
actual
his
gourmet
conference?
meal out of it.
Who's in his conference?
Huh?
Who's in his conference?
The Ravens, the Bengals, and the motherfucking the Browns.
Yep.
That's top 10 teams right there. Fuck. Okay.
And he's
Okay.
still having winning seasons and making playoffs with the shit
Okay.
team that he has. I think he's a good coach too.
Respect.
Mike Tomlin is the top tier elite.
So why is Kyle
I'll give him-
Shanahan still a coach?
Because he's an offensive genius. That's why.
So you keep him at coordinator.
I've always said sometimes coordinators you're calling, and that's where you should be. But I don't know about with this one. There's still, I don't know. I want to keep my hopes up, but I'm getting tired of my heart getting stomped on, to be honest with you. I can only take me being in a lot of DJ Mad Six's videos of him talking shit so often. I can't. can't constantly be at the receiving end of that, and then watching the downfall of the entire season just happen right in front of your eyes.
Man.
And you see Caleb, you were calling me throughout the game. You knew when the momentum shifts and everything was going on exactly the times I did. Because as soon as you called me, I had that same look like, those fucking idiots. What are they fucking doing? What are they like? We have the lead. Why are we throwing the ball 8 times in a row? What are we doing?
Honestly, this past Super Bowl was the biggest coaching fuck up of all time. Bar none. The biggest coaching fuck up in NFL history.
Steve Wilkes was a scapegoat.
No. Just this was
Across the board.
if you had a letter grade, it wouldn't even be on the fucking alphabet. I mean, that is the worst fucking coaching blunders that I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that man still has a job and still has the audacity to sit there and be like, well, shit happens.
He got asked the question, well, how do you feel about the notion that, can't win the big games? And his response was, well, I feel like we won a lot of big games to get to this point. So
And you lost
I
the
don't
biggest one of
understand.
them all again.
He's like, so I don't understand. Where it's like, what they fucking meant by the big game. It's like, exactly what they meant by the
that's
big
the
fucking game.
dumbest shit. Bro, he's either fucking smoking shit or he's drinking too much. Whatever it fucking is, he needs to go. I'm tired of coaches fucking winning off and getting jobs off of fucking nepotism.
Man, oh man. K doesn't sound like a dumbass anymore, huh?
I don't think I've ever said you're a dumbass. I don't think
What are you talking about?
maybe alluding to it, to be completely honest. Outright saying that.
How does this man still have a job, bro? Can you answer me that?
Oh, can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay, somebody called me. What did you ask, Caleb?
How does he still?
How does he still have a job? How is he
Oh.
even still considered, a good coach? The fact that the biggest game of the season and your team is not prepared for every situation?
Well, here's the thing. They're paying for publicity the same way Jerry Jones paid for publicity. And everyone believes that the Niners are going to be good because of these all-star players, individual stats.
Well, see, but that's the thing. The Niners, they made it out of the second round of the playoffs. And I think the Cowboys will never do that again just because the Cowboys are ass forever.
Again,
you live in Texas. He has no problem saying this to people.
Money, the money.
That might be why he's moving to Houston.
It's the money, bro.
It's probably Dallas now, which is even better.
Oh, damn.
Fuck you guys. Trash ass Dallas Cowboy fan. Sorry, Mad Sticks. Love you. Just being real.
He's a Jets fan. That's fine.
He's claiming the Jets now.
He's claiming the Jets now.
Yeah, it always comes
fan.
That's been established for a little while, bro.
Yeah.
That he was a Jets fan?
Yeah. He's claiming them.
He claimed to be a Jets fan before they got Aaron Rodgers. I'll tell you that. This is when they were like ass.
Who's the Cowboy fan in the group?
Got back.
Oh, he's still okay.
I'm confused.
He's still technically a little bit of a Cowboys fan because, obviously that's just not really ever going to leave. But after it was
he's taking a hiatus,
he was like, I'm just going to pick a team that nobody's on the bandwagon, is at the bottom of the barrel.
And then they go and get Aaron Rodgers. Fuck.
he picks the Jets, and like I said, a year later they get Aaron Rodgers.
Oh God.
And then the Achilles happens, and I was like, that's what comes with being a Jets fan. You know, you have hopes and dreams. So welcome to the club. You joined another club. You joined from one club that destroys all your hopes and dreams
to
at
another
the end
club
of the
that doesn't
season
even give you
to a
hopes and
team
dreams.
that destroys hopes and dreams before the season even starts.
No. That doesn't even give you hopes and dreams. You're a Jets fan. You are immediately labeled as a pessimist if you're a Jets fan.
But yeah, that's
It's if you're a Jets fan, you're pessimistic and you're a masochist.
I mean, why else would you want to become
There's
a
no
Jets
other reason. There's no other reason why you would be a Jets fan. And I can ask any Jets fan, and they're all the same. I hate my life. Fine, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Love you, Greg. Shout out. Shout
Oh,
out
I'm
to
sure
Greg.
some of them will actually tell you. I don't know why. I just apparently I do hate myself.
You ask them, what are your kids going to be? Not Jets fans.
Yeah, but if you're a Jets fan, you can't have them go for, and you can't have them go for the Giants. That's for damn sure. You can't let them be a Patriots fan. That's for also damn sure.
No, here's what you do. You tell them there are 28 teams in the NFL. You don't tell them about the other four. That's what you do.
What are those for?
Well, Giants, Jets, Patriots, and Buffalo.
So the whole AFC East essentially,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you just stay out of that conference. We just get rid of it. If you're a Jets fan and you got kids, that conference doesn't exist.
you don't get to be, you know.
No.
As I said, like if my kids they want to be fans of anything, you can be fans of whatever you want. You're never going to be fans of the Raiders. You're not going to be fans of the Cowboys, and we'll just leave it at that.
But see, here's the thing where I think that it differs with Jets fans. I think Jets fans do it because they don't want to let their kid down. You know what I mean? It's not a just, a blind hatred towards those teams. They do it because they're like, I just want you to have a happy life. And being a fan of any of those teams, it's not a good look. You
I
can't be a
think
fan of those three teams.
being a fan of those teams actually prepares you for life.
That's a good way to look at it. But again, Jets fans are masochists and pessimists. So
Not how they look at it.
no matter how you look at it.
Kay, for you, like, what's a team that's a no go? You could be a fan of whatever else, but it's a no go if you're this fan.
So obviously the Aints.
The who?
So
The Aints.
the Aints.
Oh, okay.
That's off the gate.
Yeah.
I mean, me living out here, like I said, the hatred for the Niner fans is like has developed. Like when I was in Florida, I didn't give no fucks about y'all. You know
He's
what I
like,
mean?
but now talking to you, shit.
Like seriously, like the only thing I gave him credit for, I'm like, oh, they got Frank Gore. You know what I mean? He went to Miami, so I already knew about Frank Gore, but I thought I didn't really care about the Niners. I got out here and it was like, holy shit, y'all are fucking crazy. All right.
Y'all almost worse than Billy.
Bro, they're definitely worse than Philly. They're just up north in the snow and shit, so it's cold. So they
So
brain
they just already on ice, like just
the
pissed
brain
off all the time.
it doesn't fully process. You know what I'm saying? Like it's slow. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure. I just mentioned. So Caleb mentioned Philly. And I think the last one would be I mean, I had a hatred for Green Bay when I was a kid because they were I mean that slowly like, I don't know. The last one's pretty tough. Like I'll just do those three then.
I mean, I had the conversation with Missy when she was becoming or trying to pick a team. When she chose the Eagles, I was like, "Want to lump yourself in with the fan base? Okay, all right, that's fine."
I
Then
think
they
the four
won the
teams that I
Super
would never let my kid be a fan of.
Bowl. Yeah, it's like for Cowboy, it's Cowboys, it's Raiders. Every other team is kind of like I don't really have. I mean, the Patriots at one point I was kind of like, but they suck now, so it's kind of back to balance. I'm not really worried about that team anymore.
I would say the four teams I'd never let my kid be a part of would be the Patriots, Cowboys. I would never let him be a Jets fan just because I don't want to see them just sad all the time. And I think the last team would probably be fucking Detroit. I think it would be Detroit. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Detroit?
Because that's just another sad fucking team, man.
What? Well, they haven't been sad lately.
Well, they had one good season.
Yeah, it's
One
not.
good season. And that shit got cut short.
Well,
Oh shit!
I don't know. They might be turning it. Damn, I was gonna say the Detroit Lions taking straight.
I wanted to add the Cowboys to my list. I forgot that was my fourth.
Yeah. I just and it's well, no, it's also because the disappointment that comes along with being a Cowboys fan, but also Cowboys fans are, man,
Yeah.
you get them.
I don't know if I would allow them to be a Bucks fan just purely because I know how much joy that would bring K.
Honestly, I royally don't give a shit. Just simply, just for
Because
the
not only do I have to hear it from him, I would have to hear it from him.
when all those years. So, good portion, like my entire.
You cut in and out right there, bro.
Hello.
Shit.
But I mean, if they became a Bucks fan, I'd be kind of like, well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's. But yeah, it's always been just Raiders and Cowboys for me. Everyone else is kind of a pass.
Oh, you hated the
Saying no
Seahawks.
to the Eagles because again,
You did hate the Seahawks for a long time there.
Hated them for sure. When we started the show, you definitely hated them.
Oh yeah, man.
yeah, I can we can add the sea chickens to that. We can add the sea chickens to that.
Look there. Look there.
Yeah, no, we could definitely add a division rival to that
Is
list.
Pete Carroll still coaching in the league?
No,
Yeah.
he's I think
Excommunicado.
no, he's not going to be a head coach anymore, but I think he's still going to have something to do with the Seahawks organization, either personnel or managerial, whatever the hell it may be. I'm not exactly sure. He's not away from the game, but he's not coaching anymore. Maybe even no, I can't even can't say that one because even I was gonna say the Rams for a second, but I was like no because even I was a Rams fan at one point, so I can't even.
Marshall.
that
Would
one.
be different, but that's
Marshall Falk. That interview was awkward.
Fucking word.
He went from greatest show on turf to fucking Niners.
Yep.
So fun
Great,
moment for me. Like I had
got a great story out of that.
he
Shit.
was so disappointed.
I like the
made it a
Rams when you
point.
played.
He made it a point to roast into that one.
Man, that's awful.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, Seahawks, Raiders, Cowboys. What's top 3?
I don't even think I'd let my kids be a Colt fan. Fuck.
Wh- Why? Same feeling?
Yeah,
Pain, torture.
yeah. And then you get a glimpse. You just get a glimpse. And then it's
I mean,
like,
at least you have a Super Bowl in your lifetime that you actually witnessed.
yeah, but man, to being able to have the team to do it. Jonathan Taylor, is he leaving?
That depends on your owner.
He up out of there.
He up out of there. Fuck. Jim Irsay's, man, if he could just have 1 hour of being sober, oh my gosh.
Not be this year though. Y'all might have
Just an hour of being sober. Oh, the things the Colts could do.
Hey, my boy bought a whale. You think he give a fuck about being sober?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
I'm gonna fly a whale across the goddamn country. My boy he never sober.
fuck, man. Just
Marine
just
animal
just
across the country.
so here's what I would ask of Jim Irsay for this year's draft. Go wherever it is as far away from fucking Indy as possible. I don't give a shit. Just get the fuck away.
I want to go to Indy just simply because they got a goddamn a basketball court at the airport. That's it.
I don't understand. Like, no, I understand. You got fucking fuck you money. Like, that just kind of happens, I guess. When you get fuck you money.
Do you
That
think
fucking sucks.
Irsay should sell the team?
I think Irsay should sell the team. Yeah.
Or just not have anything to do with the operation?
Yeah, yeah. Just hire a really good fucking GM. Go find a really good GM and just stay the fuck out of the way.
So you feel like y'all last draft was ass?
Huh?
Y'all last draft was ass?
I think we could have gotten a lot.
Who you would have picked that you don't want? Like who would you replace? I mean,
You wouldn't have picked Anthony Richardson, that's for sure.
well, who would you replace him for? That's really what I was trying to ultimately ask.
Hell, I would have even taken fucking Stroud.
Well, that's how
I mean, Stroud wasn't there by the time your pick came
Yeah.
up.
No. We should have just traded. We should just fucking leave the league. Let's go to the XFL.
UFL now.
It's the UFL now.
Is he hate me still on the team?
No.
No, that man is retired.
Long retired.
Being a dad.
Let's hire him as a GM.
I don't even know if Rod want to do anything regarding.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all fucked and downhill from here. Like, face down, ass up with your pants on. Just
Bottom of the league again, man.
I just Anthony Richardson. You know what? I'm just tired of fucking people getting drafted that have less than 20 games under their belt as a quarterback. I'm tired of it.
I feel that shit.
Oh my god, that's just the laziest recruiting, the laziest scouting of all time.
Based on intangibles.
Just bullshit. Just he can throw the ball in country and we can make all the throws. Yeah, but he can't fucking think. And he can't stay healthy. And there's so much evidence of that throughout his high school and college career. And like the man can't stay healthy. And they're like, we're gonna do it. Like, no.
Yes. Love it. I love it.
Niners did the same thing with Trey Lance. He had one season under his belt.
I love it.
I can't stand that shit, man.
My picture my picture for after the Super Bowl made so much sense.
I just don't understand why these scouts have a job. Why, man?
Because they get drunk together, they chill and they hang out. They want to they want to build a clubhouse, bro. These owners want to build a clubhouse that they can control. So every
But
organization,
if you draft somebody based on just athletic ability alone,
Well,
it,
here's the thing:
that's not gonna.
we've had damn near
that really
two
depends
fucking
on what
decades.
position it is.
We've had damn near 2 fucking decades of quarterback draft classes that are solely based on intangibles.
But some has panned out and some is not, because they all hope for them to at least
Okay,
fight Justin
yeah,
Fields.
but you say some, but you really mean like 2 or 3
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's only been a couple of them for sure.
out
But
of out of 2 decades of quarterbacks coming out of college. 2 or 3 might make it.
yeah, because they recycling the same sorry ass coaches and they're not able to develop. That's the real reason. They're
I
recycling
just
the same motherfuckers for the last 20 years.
yeah, bro, but like you can't you can't make a transition to the league with 20 games.
That's why I
You ain't
said
seen enough. You haven't seen enough football
yeah, but it depends, bro. It really
because
depends on the situation, the player.
yeah, but like that takes us back to the same fucking the best college football team wouldn't be able to even touch the worst NFL team.
Yes and no, because I'm not entirely sure that's true.
It is true.
Like the Bears this
One
year got their ass whooped by the motherfucking
and they would have stomped every motherfucking college football team there is.
I don't believe that, bro. I really
Even undefeated Georgia, bro. And I just got done telling Josh this
Georgia
because at
never
the same time, half of that Georgia team didn't even make it to the league. They weren't good enough. Now you get even an NFL team. These are grown ass fucking men.
Mhm.
Grown ass fucking men. I'm sorry, but that never happens in a million years. You have a complete college all-star team
Mhm.
of the best fucking players in college
And Nick
at their
Saban,
time.
they losing. NFL losing. Nick Saban coaching them, NFL losing.
Hell no.
Look, you
Not in a million
2 months of the
years.
All-Star team. You give Nick Saban 2 months of the All-Star team, they beating the NFL team. I put my money on that shit. We can make that a thing.
Okay. Well,
I'll
that's
make that a
different.
thing.
If you
All the
pick
best players in college
if you
football.
okay, so that's a different scenario,
I
right?
mean, you're making it seem like these like NFL just matters. Like if some of these motherfuckers makes an NFL based off a name and they in there still because of name.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers,
There are some, yeah, the late, yeah. There are some who have made it off of nepotism, whatever it is. But at the same time, like if you're talking about pulling the best players from college, whether the all-star team or whatever, right? You might have a shot,
they beating them, bro.
just based off of the speed, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like NFL defensive linemen are fucking monsters and they're all fucking fast.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's a completely different fucking sport. Like
I feel you.
and
But
but like if you're like you said, if you take the best players from every college team, then yeah, we can have a discussion on that. But if you're just talking about one team like Georgia or Alabama, no fucking way. If you're not cherry picking the best talent from because that's exactly what the NFL does, right? These are
Cherry
all
pick
the
the best
guys who are the best in their fucking respective position from their league or from their college teams or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like that's a different scenario. But if you're talking about just solely undefeated Georgia or solely undefeated Alabama or anything like that, like that's a whole nother monster.
I don't know. I don't know. Georgia was Stetson Bennett. I don't know. Playing like the Chicago Bears of this year. I don't know, bro. Them boys might beat them boys. I don't know. Georgia might beat them boys. Georgia with Stetson Bennett was a whole different monster, dog. I don't know, bro. I got hear you. I hear
But
what
see, well, yeah, but that's the thing. Where's Stetson Bennett
a
now?
different level of training, different level of access and shit like
I
that.
know, but like, where is Stetson Bennett now?
Back up for Matthew Stafford in
Yeah,
LA.
he's back up for a fucking Super Bowl winning quarterback, bro. Like,
Okay, why is he a backup if he's that good?
because the NFL has fucking did the same fucking thing the NBA has done, is really trying to shift the mold. If they older quarterbacks, they automatically make them go as backups. They don't.
Whoever is getting paid the most is going to play regardless of ability.
Well,
Yeah,
and the fact, wow, I know what you're saying, but but I'm saying in Stetson Bennett's situation, I feel like he's just an older guy that they're not really giving a chance because Matthew Stafford got hurt and I don't even think he played like that.
that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say, isn't Stetson Bennett like 28 years old?
Yeah, he got drafted because he was an older quarterback. He was good, but he was an older quarterback, so he got drafted the way he did because they knew they wouldn't have as much time with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like the team around Stetson Bennett at that point, yeah, like they were just a monster of a team. But I
Unit, the way they played, bro, like they played as a unit. Like that's the reason why they were winning games. Like that's the key point to every football team. You know that at any level, y'all gotta play together.
It's
Regardless,
bro that I understand what you're saying though, but like there's such a fucking huge talent disparity between the NFL and the college, bro.
yeah,
I just
I agree.
the speed of the game, the speed of the defense, that's a whole nother fucking monster.
Agree.
Um, that's why, but like I said, okay, you make an all-star team out of the college players and stuff. That's one thing, right? But as far as like a complete team like Georgia or anything like that, like there's no fucking way, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see it.
That's a real argument. I promise you.
I
Because
know it's an argument, but like that's the thing, like
how realistic is the argument? Is what the
it's and that's why
it's not
people
really
argue about it, but
thing, but
realistically, like there's
how,
no shot in hell.
well, I know it like wouldn't happen, but I'm saying if it did happen realistically,
I think what they should do, I think it would be really cool if they did this. If they made like instead of having like this, the Senior Bowl or whatever, I think they should make a Pro Bowl where the just for shits and giggles, just have the best college football players suit up against
mm, they
you
don't
know
open their own Pro Bowl, so it's gotta be flag football. But I feel you.
just to see.
Right.
And that shit would sell tickets. I don't give a fuck who you know what I mean? Like motherfuckers would want to see that because a lot of people talk about that shit.
I
You
got
know, and it reminds me of what's it called? I think because I think the farther we go down the road, I think the less disparity there is, talent disparity between college and NFL. I think because I remember the NAIA and D2, their All Star game is and best NAIA players against best D2 players, right? And if you could like have like a controlled league like that and like a game like that for an All Star game, I would pay fucking big money to see that shit.
you know what they should do? The fucking instead of having the Hall of Fame game be the way they have it, do the shit Caleb's talking about right now. Top
for
You
five
know,
versus
and just
yeah,
or even just the rookie class, right?
right.
The rookie class. You have the rookie class go out there and for especially for the Hall of Fame game, and you just making an All Star game, vets versus rookies.
Flag because it's not even like y'all actually hitting out that bitch. Just make it flag so we can actually fucking enjoy it for what it actually is.
I'd say make it full fucking contact.
not even not even hitting out there, bro. Like it's not even no point in putting all that fucking weight on. They not even hitting.
But that's what I'm saying. The Hall of Fame game, you make it full contact. And just
Yeah,
to
but
see,
they don't even treat the Hall of Fame game because again it's preseason. They're not going to be going out there, especially the rookies. They're not going to be going out there, you know, laying it down.
then
for
you let
every,
them play for something. That's what the NFL needs to do. They need to stop predetermining locations, and whoever, like baseball, whoever wins the All-Star game or whatever has home field advantage in the World Series or the Super Bowl. You make a play for something, because that's why the fucking Pro Bowl has become, the laughing stock of all sports. It sucks because the Pro Bowl used to be fun to watch. It used to be a real All-Star game at some point in history. I'm trying to see the days of Sean Taylor back in the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. But I mean, what it is now, it's just why even just have a
there's a
fucking
lot of
media
there's
week.
a lot of money in that though.
Just have a fucking media week. Then it's basically what it is.
Exactly.
Or make it a play 60 event. Fuck.
Holy shit. Play 60, dude.
That
That I worked a play 60 event. It's low-key disrespectful. Like,
Or
holy
you know what? Instead of instead of playing flag football, every NFL All-Star gets a kid from one of the Play 60 events, and they have to like stay on a 5 to 10 foot rope, and they have to play like that, connected to each other at all times.
Hey, look, I'm telling you.
I'm getting out of pocket. I'm not gonna lie.
You definitely.
Bro, I'm just picturing these kids getting yanked.
Just like Karen with that 100-pound dog that just getting yanked around. Oh my gosh. I'd pay money to see that. If you're gonna make the fucking Pro Bowl a joke, you might as well make it a joke. Like,
oh, that would be. Oh, I can't even. I'm picked. So many kids would be getting dragged around all over the place.
the smart ones will just put them on their back and have them a piggyback ride. Just because at this point, I don't even.
The infant backpack.
Yeah, yeah. Just put them on one of those.
Oh shit!
It's just so bad now, bro. I
mean that it would make sense to do it that way if that was the case. But the Super Bowl has always been in a neutral site.
Well, that's the thing, bro. Like, because now the Pro Bowl's just bleeding money now. It's not even. It costs more to put it on than it actually brings in, like as far as revenue goes.
Mm.
So it's like, what's the point of even having it? Just have the fucking. There's no point. There's no point to it anymore, especially if players aren't gonna fucking play in it. Like, just
Did the NBA All-Star game do the same thing?
This is a completely different game, though.
Well, I mean, they're talking about the NBA All-Star game, like they should do away with that, especially with this last game. What was it that almost 400 points were scored? The East scored 211.
But
And the West was
that's not
186.
normal for the NBA
No,
All-Star.
well, the what they're talking about is the lack of defense. Like people were just pulling up from half court, from low,
Yeah.
not playing deep, like just bullshit.
Yeah.
You compare it to the All-Star games from back in the day, the Jordan, the Kobe
They
mindset,
actually
the whole
played.
thing. Yeah,
They
exactly.
actually
Actually playing the game.
And the
That's
fact
not
that they
there
still
anymore.
would score like 150 fucking points in the All-Star game, and they were actually fucking playing.
Well, I was gonna say the All-Star game that they had said the quote unquote greatest All-Star game ever played was in the early 2000s. It was like 112 to 108 or something like that.
I remember there was one of Jordan's years or whatever. I specifically remember them. It was like 150 something to 150 something.
Well,
Like,
that's because essentially back in those days, everyone was a sharpshooter. It was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters. They just didn't miss.
yeah,
Like you had all the best players from everywhere who were just snipers on their team, just making pretty much every single shot. But the defense was still active. Or
exactly.
at least trying to be. Now that's what I'm saying. Like there's so little, want to really for these players to actually get incentivized to play this game. They look at it as when they say All-Star break, they literally mean that. It's a fucking break. So it's something to be able to kind of take time off of the regular season and all that they play in. They pulled out an interview that he had said talking about like how the All-Star game is getting like worse and worse. He's like, dudes play harder in a pickup basketball game at UCLA at their gym than they do for the All-Star game. And that's a problem. Well, yeah, 100% that's a problem.
But that's the thing with the Pro Bowl. It's so frustrating. The game itself, I think they should just do away with the game and just keep it the skills challenge and just keep those. Let them play dodgeball and let them move the fucking sleds and the relay races and stuff like that. Let them do that and just fuck off the whole flag football bullshit. Because
Well, I think they're going to keep the flag stuff because, again,
but that's the thing. Like,
the
if you
flag right now is kind of, make dude, the flag is going to be in the flag football is about to be in the Olympics. Okay. So that's they're going to keep the flag at that point because, again, it's a game to where you can kind of stay semi-competitive without the worry of basically killing each other on the field, in full pat. That's the way they're looking at it. They're looking at it player safety wise and everything else like that. But
just get rid of it.
I don't think calling it an all-star game, especially at this point, is like it's not that. Pro Bowl or you call it whatever it
What
is you
they
want
should
to.
do, what
An
they
all-star
should
game's
do
on.
is turn the Pro Bowl into what they call, not that what they call it, but like they should turn the Pro Bowl basically into the ESPYS, because that's essentially what it is. It's a voting contest now.
A voting contest for whoever's gonna
It's
the
a
best players.
It's a popularity voting contest.
Yeah. Well,
It's no longer a game anymore, and it's no longer like actual fucking. The fact that Gardner Minshew made the Pro Bowl should tell you enough about what the Pro Bowl is now.
well, so that's the thing. You would have to take away a whole revenue source.
But it's not even a revenue source if it's losing money. The fact that
No. I'm talking
you
about
can't
like when
even
you're
sit there and watch it on TV anymore because you're getting more fucking YouTube highlights than you are
No, I
the
understand that.
YouTube show.
When I say by revenue sources, what I'm talking about is when you take away the aspect of it being at a neutral field. That's a revenue source and stuff like that that's being taken away. If you make the All-Star game incentivized to the point where whatever team wins gets the home field advantage, then it's like, okay, well, you take away the neutral site and now whoever the home team or whatever is, we play at that stadium.
But that's what I'm saying
And
is
it's too
you got to
short of a period of time,
incentivize.
though.
If
It's
you
too short of a
incentivize the
period
Pro
of
Bowl,
time.
huh?
You can't make that decision the week before you're supposed to play the Super Bowl.
Then put the fucking Pro Bowl in middle of the season. Fuck.
How? How would you
You
be able
treat
to
it
do
as
that?
a second buy that every fucking NFL player is asking for.
Was it really a bye game if you're going to be playing a full competitive
You
contact
take
game to determine?
Well, here's the thing: you take 2 weeks off. It's an actual break in the middle of the season.
How would you vote for that in the middle of the year?
How would you vote for it? You start voting after what, week 3, week 4?
Shit, you could even if you're going to go midway through the season, you're probably looking at this game being held at week what?
8 or 9?
Yeah, maybe week 10 by the latest.
Yeah, but like that would give everybody. You have the game the first week, and then you have a break. Another bye week after that Pro Bowl or whatever, and it basically solves 2 birds with 1 stone. Because it gives the players what they've been asking for, which is another bye week. Because, I mean, an 18-week season with only 1 week off is kind of bullshit, especially when you think about the fucking torture that they're putting their bodies through.
Yeah.
You know, you treat it as an extra bye week or whatever, and I guess you can keep it as a flag football game or whatever, but, I mean, it sucks. Whatever, with the shit that they're doing now, it just fucking sucks. And then on top of that, the players that you want to see aren't even playing in the Pro Bowl because they're either playing in the Super Bowl or, they're taking that fucking thing off because it's not fucking important. And they're like, I'm not going to get hurt over this shit. The fact that Tom Brady has won how many Super Bowls and I don't know how many fucking MVPs and he's never played in a Pro Bowl game. And I think that would give a chance to get the players that you actually want to see in the game, in the Pro Bowl. The real all-stars. Like,
well, majority of Tom's career, he's been like playing deep in the season.
That's what I'm saying.
So he's never been in the actual
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because he's always either been in the Super Bowl or he's been late in the play. Whatever it is.
Right.
He doesn't fucking play in that shit.
I don't think Tom would not get voted in if he, you know what I'm saying, if they didn't make it that far.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, I just think that they do need a revamping of all of that shit. I agree with y'all overall points. It's just the minor things I kind of disagree with a little bit.
Like how it would be played, what kind of game it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the hardest part about it.
Yeah.
But I think you could make it a media thing and take the 2 weeks off or whatever. Everybody gets 2 weeks in the middle of the season. You treat it like a break or whatever, but you do the media, you do the skills challenges, you do all that shit or whatever, and then you have
at the very least, because if you do it that way in the middle of the season, when the outcome happens, you have plenty of time to be able to
and even if
figure out, okay, we know what side is it, that you're already knocking out half of the stadiums where it's going to be held to begin with at that point. And I think I think the amount of prep time though, especially so it would be after the championship games, they would still have what, another 2 weeks off, or would you have 3 weeks off because the prep of going in, like, for the revenues that they have the Super Bowl. Because, like, if you don't think that they had been prepping for the Super Bowl since the beginning of the playoffs over there in Vegas, like, that's
bro, they'd been prepping for the Super Bowl as soon as they got the notion for it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If you don't have essentially that amount of prep time,
but even then,
because you need to know, especially for your halftime shows and everything, you need to know the landscape of the field, all that other kind of stuff to be able to do certain
okay, but
things.
like you mean to tell me that the NFL couldn't put that together in 8 weeks?
But it wouldn't be a matter of 8 weeks because you still don't know where the game is being played.
Okay, let's scrap the fucking idea that home advantage or whatever of that. All right, let's just scrap that because I'm thinking about it and I'm like that's kind of fucking stupid. It's because it's not the MLB where they play 182 games or the
Yeah,
the NFL, the NBA where
that's
they
what I'm
play
saying. It would
82.
work if it was that, but it's not.
I can see that.
Question,
What?
unrelated question. Josh, are you available at 2 o'clock today?
For what?
They have receivers and quarterbacks have workouts today,
At 2?
2 p.m.
Maybe, I don't know. That depends on what Missy. She said that we're going to be doing something when she gets home. I don't know what though. I'll find out for sure. I'll respond to it.
But yeah, continue.
So then, like, the whole point of putting it at the middle of the season and stuff is for that incentivized to.
No, but at
It's
this
like,
point,
how do you incentivize players to actually give a shit
you
about the?
won't. You won't. Not with today's players. Which sucks, but at the same time, it's like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, just scrap the whole fucking idea of it's just stupid now. Nobody watches it anymore. Nobody, like the fact that the NFL Pro Bowl is hoping for YouTube views rather than like actual live audiences is kind of like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. They should just have a podcast. Like, essentially, it's what it's become.
Is there literally no way you can incentivize it?
At this point, no. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago when they were still trying to figure it the fuck out. But now, no.
But even then, how would you do it? It's like let's just say the players of now will go along with it, everything else like that. What would need to happen to incentivize it for the players to actually give a shit? That's the whole question. When you talk about, oh, we'll make it home field advantage. Well, we just said we can't really make that because
Outside of bonuses, nothing. Outside of them actually
they
like
do get a bonus though for making the Pro Bowl. Not
Huh?
much, but they.
No, I'm saying like touchdowns and stats during the Pro Bowl. Incentivizing those kind of things for people to actually fucking play. That's really what you would have to do with today's NFL players. You'd have to make it about money for them. And if they still don't want to do it, then we have soft ass NFL, and we should probably
how much would be the incentive? That's the whole point. How much is it going to cost?
How much does the Pro Bowl cost?
Well, shit, you just said it's probably losing money, so that's probably.
Well, I mean, you have a multi-billion-dollar corporation, the NFL. I mean, it's not like they couldn't afford it. They're
true.
like I said, they're losing money on the Pro Bowl now. Just putting it on and all the media attention and all that stuff that they have to do with where it's being held and the media, that the advertising for it. They're bleeding money on the Pro Bowl because nobody watches that shit. Did you watch the Pro Bowl this year? No. Did you watch highlight videos on YouTube? Maybe.
Yeah, I watched
didn't
the
even do
Pro
that.
Bowl.
You watched it?
I watched that shit for the first
Was
time in
it
I don't know how many years. I don't know.
Was
Last
it
time I had
like?
watched it. It was
Was it
interesting
something
because
that
it was
you were
like,
actually tuned into and watching, or was it something that was just background noise?
yeah, no, I actually watched it. It was interesting to watch. Like all the different, like like they got a game going, and then they start like in the middle of a game, then they got all kind of other shit going on. They doing like little obstacles and shit like that, running through walls, and so it was definitely interesting.
But as far as like the actual flag football game,
I watched the flag football game. That shit shouldn't be flagged. That shit should be tackled. fucking want to see y'all grab asses and flags.
People's fucking shorts getting ripped off.
It was good. Fucking what's the name? CD Lamb went off, so I think he had like fucking like 5 touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah.
But the only thing I like about the Pro Bowl is like to watch because it's like different players from different teams playing together or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like you see like these fantasy matchups that like we play. It's like watching a fantasy matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they should actually play.
Yeah. It
But
should be
that'll
like a
never.
game.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's never gonna happen because players are gonna be like, I'm not gonna risk my health for anything
My
ever.
But they just shouldn't play football then.
That's what I'm saying.
You risk your health playing football. What's the difference?
It's just in that contract, not that health.
You don't see nobody in the NBA come on, I ain't gonna play an All-Star game.
Well, they don't really.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, they really don't. They are kind
Yeah, I
of
mean they
there
don't
for,
play. Yeah, that shit is dumb too. They need to do away with that shit. To me, the Pro Bowl is more exciting than the NBA All-Star game.
Shit.
Yeah.
well, I mean, you got a G Leaguer winning the slam dunk competition, for one.
I think that's
You're
cool.
not supposed to be in the G League though. That's fucking bullshit.
I
That,
think
I
that's
agree.
cool though. That the
I
fact
agree.
that they give their developmental league a spotlight in their All-Star game.
Let me ask you this question. This for Kay and Matt, for Caleb, for basketball. Do you agree with the notion that LeBron James is the reason why the slam dunk competition has failed?
Who said that?
What do I got to do with him? Yeah.
I think.
I heard him say it, and I kind of thought about it because, and he
Who
went into
said
the
this?
point of basically LeBron James has never done the slam dunk. When you talk about times before LeBron, doing the slam dunk competition was like, especially for all the high flyers, Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, all those from back in the day, it was an actual competition that they were proud to be a part of. And with LeBron being basically the top of the all-star list, a high flyer, somebody who can throw it down, has always, I don't want to do it. It kind of rubbed on everybody else doing the same thing. With guys like Ja Morant and, Zion, all these other people who can jump out of the fucking gym, but they don't want to do the dunk
I
contest.
bet you put a bucket of chicken up there and Zion to get up there and do that shit.
Hell no.
Damn.
If you did an Uber Eats commercial, never mind.
Damn.
With Anthony Edwards, yeah, the same could be said for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I disagree with him, but it's hard to not.
Well, because I mean,
understand his point.
everybody remembers the Aaron Gordon and what's his name when they went at it for their dunk contest.
Exactly.
That shit was crazy.
Top of their game. I get what his overall point, because I'm almost certain he made the examples of when he said Jordan, Dominique, and Kobe even did it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get his overall point. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get where he's coming from. I disagree, but it's hard to not be like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. I feel like it was just LeBron's decision, his discretion, but I get it. Like, I get where he's coming from, because even right after LeBron, you had Derrick Rose. Did Derrick Rose even compete in that shit before? When he was healthy?
See, that's the thing. I don't think I'll ever understand NBA players. Because it's not like it's a full contact fucking sport that just,
Yeah, but that wear and tear on your knees is a whole different ball game, bro.
Yeah, but you take what, 5 dunks, 6
Bruh.
dunks in the NBA contest, the dunk contest or whatever.
You're jumping in between running 10 miles, bro. You're running 10 miles up and down the basketball court a game. You get what I'm saying?
But it's a dunk contest, and
10 miles. It depends on the player.
it's not like they have like defensive guys like getting in their way or anything like that. Like
the free
it's
shot.
not. So that tells me it's not a safety issue.
Well, they get the same non-contact injuries in NFL, bro. I tore my ACL playing basketball, not football. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
get it, man.
I
But you had some.
I
Did you have someone playing defense on you?
yeah, it was a guy, but we was running up the court, and I was on a fast break. You get what I'm saying? It was me and one other guy,
Yeah.
and I was about to I was shifting to a different. You know what I'm saying? I was shifting momentum, and
Yeah.
that's why I tore my knee. You see what I'm saying? I improperly shift momentum. I tore
Yeah.
that, but it's like that's the kind of shit that happens. You run miles, and if you don't stretch, your body can be tired. You know what I'm saying? From overexertion. Because during that time, I was playing multiple sports. I was never stayed still, and I didn't stretch properly.
I just. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, and I'm not saying you're trash at basketball. I don't know. Right. I'm just saying, like, these guys are peak performance athletes that know you have to stretch, you have to warm up, have to do all of that stuff. Like,
Right.
but it's a dunk contest.
Yeah. Where you're sitting around
You
all day,
know, like
and
it's a
your
dunk
body like
contest.
just
It's not
sitting
like
down before your turn. Like if you look at the dunk contest, all of them are sitting. They warm up a little bit, but they still have a clock. They got to go make their dunks.
no, yeah, but like, and I
It's
guess
cold to
nowadays
go
I can see
focus.
why, because motherfuckers are using cars and shit to jump over and props and all that stuff. I can see why. But what it's become,
Jalen Brown jumped over somebody who is 5'3", who was sitting down in a chair, and he
Yeah,
barely made the dunk. He
yeah.
also did the same exact dunk that Mac McClung did that just before he did. The only difference was he put on a Michael Jackson glove.
Yeah.
Like Mac, what he was doing, I was like, holy shit, this
bro,
kid
Matt
is
can jump
fucking
out the fucking roof, bro. Like
like this.
he's in the
I was like,
he's
this
in the
is
G League.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
He's the one who won the dunk contest.
back to back champ,
Last year too.
and he's not in the league.
Yeah.
Also, the G Leaguers beat the rising or the NBA the Rising Stars Challenge. The G Leaguers beat the NBA rookies and sophomores.
So that all that tells me is that what they need to do is um
The
what
most entertaining thing about the whole weekend was Sabrina and Steph going at it at the 3-point competition.
oh, that's fucking sorry.
Hey, Sabrina worked. Hey, she put up the same amount of numbers as the final. Like Dame Lillard won the whole 3-point competition. She put the same number as he did, and she shot from NBA three, not from the WNBA three.
That's great. Good for her.
I feel you.
That was more entertaining than pretty. Well, I mean, the dunk contest watching Mac was. Everyone else was like pretty much straight trash, but
How the fuck do these guys even get an invitation if they can barely dunk?
They're dunking games. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers be cold, bro.
Like
They have
that's
no
like the shit
patience.
with high school. High school's lowering their rim by a couple inches, so it makes it look like recruiting and shit. Makes it look like the dude can jump out the roof. I really do believe that
Come on.
I think they shortened the
I,
name.
I really do think that high schools they'll lower their rim by maybe an inch or two.
Hey, you think so? Really?
Yeah, I truly believe that, and I think it's for recruitment
If
purposes.
they do that in high school, then I'm not gonna lie to you. My vertical is not as good as I thought it was.
I don't think this is. I think this is a new thing that's trending.
Oh, new thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
because when we
definitely
were growing up, you had to make it somewhere like on merit. You know what I mean? Not like what kind of YouTube highlight I can put together, right? Um, and what kind of editing I can do. Because I remember seeing Zion in high school, I mean, his head was mid backboard, damn near like above, like almost clearing the backboard. His head. You don't see him doing that nowadays. And it might have something to do with what Mad Stick said, talking about a bucket of chicken on top of the rim, but like when you look at like
Zion got big as
some of these
shit.
young
Holy
guys'
crap.
high school highlights or whatever it is, man, like these guys, I mean, especially at that age, 16, 17 years old, and their heads like completely above the rim, like I don't know.
Zion is so explosive that he jumped out of his shoes and destroyed them.
Like, I don't know.
I mean,
NBA is tricky because
it's all entertainment, man.
I don't know. If for
It's all
me, in my
scripted.
opinion, the NBA is soft.
To what
Like
extent?
really soft. Baby shit soft.
Damn. That bad, huh?
I think that's part of the reason why I can't watch the shit is because it's just you fucking breathed on him and the dude's on the ground fucking acting like it's a soccer penalty. Like, come on, like get the fuck up. What they should do is just have an all-star game, or not an all-star game, just have a one-on-one tournament against Draymond, and whoever comes out healthiest wins.
Just let him maul people.
Yeah. Is he still suspended?
No, he's back.
Why?
Why? He served his suspension.
Oh, I thought he was suspended indefinitely.
No, he been back.
Definitely just means like as of right now. They never gave him like a timeline, but then at that point they
They
saying
sent him to anger
indefinitely is
management?
like just giving no time. They brought him back after what, 13 games, something like that, 13, 14 games.
They made him go to anger management therapy.
Yeah, the whole routine. He thought about retiring, had a heart-to-heart with Steve Kerr, and now he's back.
And still kicking people in the balls.
I mean, probably he's still getting into tussles with people during the games. That's for sure.
Man,
Like nothing has really changed in how he plays.
so what was the point of suspending him?
I mean, you got to teach him a lesson, right?
But he didn't learn his lesson if he's still playing the way he's playing.
I'm telling you, these leagues, they don't care about what the players do. As long as they're bringing in revenue with whatever shit that they're talking, athletic ability, some sort of controversy, whatever, they're going to keep them on the field. Does that in the NFL, does that in the NBA, doesn't matter what they do off the field or on the field that's, questionable behavior or whatever.
The NFL, oh my God.
The NFL is one of the worst culprits of that thing. You got people that are on video,
Wife beaters,
domestic abuse, 2-game suspension. What?
Sexual assaulters and fucking
2-game suspension, 5-game suspension. The Lord forbid you gamble on the game, because then that's a year-long suspension and possibly a ban from the NFL.
That's so tragic.
That's the type of shit that we're dealing with, man. That's what it's come down to. Like, honestly, and this is going to sound horrible to some people, but if Henry Ruggs, like, if he had somehow, not done jail time, he probably would have done like half a season and they would have put him back on the field. That's just what would have happened.
That's
like
tragic.
At what point, as an organization, whether you're the NFL, the NBA, MLB, whoever it may be, when shit like this happens and you don't put your foot down, you don't expect it to keep happening?
It's all a fucking joke.
It's all entertainment, is what the thing. All it is the bottom line and how much money that they can make off these athletes. That's all it is. controversy brings, views to the attention, so that's why they don't mind it as much. They'll say and be like, "Oh, we don't condone this," and everything else like that. But again, you're still paying him millions of dollars, and you're still letting him be on the field, even though this heinous act, we will deal with it accordingly. Okay, you a $10,000 fine and a 2-game suspension. The fuck? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't even understand how Deshaun Watson's still in the fucking league.
He still has charges and stuff like that on him.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that they're even
They
considering
gave him 11 games.
fucking bullshit.
They gave him 11 games, and that was enough.
I do gotta go though.
We're gonna be able to wrap this up right now, but yeah, we appreciate the hell out of you guys for hanging out with us on this Tuesday morning. Hope everybody has a great rest of their week. We will see you guys again on Friday. Mad Six, any updates before we take off? I don't know if you can hear me. No, you can't hear.
He's asking if you got any updates, bro.
He can't hear us.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like, we probably would have been able to hear him or whatever, but no.
Right.
But yeah, appreciate CJ for hanging out with us, Country K, DJ Mad Sticks, myself, JP. We will see you guys, like I said, once again this coming Friday. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy. Don't be stupid. Appreciate you guys. Deuces.